Hey, bro. Hey. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Xite Gaming Podcast, the place where you come for the games, but you stay for the truth. Home of the empty promise. My name is Chris, and tonight I am joined in the studio by my very best friend in the whole wide world, James D. Dowdy.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, D?
I'm doing pretty good.
It's good to have you
I
here.
just found out I'm somebody's best friend in the whole wide world.
You are. You
I feel pretty good about myself.
I see he sat just enough away from me,
Stop it.
so I couldn't fondle you while we
I
talked.
mean, if you go back to, I think if it was season 1 of or episode 1 of season 2,
Yeah.
episode 19.
Yeah, you were very uncomfortable with the
Yeah,
whole
it was like-
hand-holding.
All right, we are back.
God, you can reach me.
I know, yeah.
I like that.
I got that reach, Chris.
Yeah, you do have the reach.
Yeah, I got that
I don't.
reach.
D, it is an absolute pleasure to have you here tonight. And I tell you for why. After the battering that Storm Athena.
Oh, yeah. Ophelia.
Ophelia. What did I say? Athena?
You did. I just repeated it. Repetition.
Ophelia?
Ophelia, yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought it was right. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to listen to that back.
Orifices Helia. Ophelia?
Orifices do heal, D, but glory is forever. After the battering that
The bother now.
that Storm Ophelia did give our native country, it is an honor to have you here. I'm so glad that you weren't blown away.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm blown away tonight, Chris.
I'm blown away as well.
But yeah, right enough. That was that was just yesterday here. We were meant to podcast last night, but could not.
We could not due to the fact that we had very little, well, anything really.
Well, no. Well, I mean, we really couldn't have. I mean, the advice from the Irish government anyway was stay indoors.
Yep.
Don't go out unless absolutely necessary. So we stayed indoors.
Did you heed that advice?
I did heed that advice. I actually left work early.
I want to talk to you about that. I guess tell me about your week. How's it been?
Okay.
Because it feels like a long time from our last seen you. Our last podcast.
It was actually our last podcast wasn't even a week ago.
It just feels like so long. Normally,
It was 6 days ago.
Yeah, because normally I see you every day or every other day.
Yeah.
You know, around podcast, and I haven't seen you in about 4 or 5 days now.
Has it only been 4 or 5 days? Oh yeah, because we came up to I came up to you to do the podcast, to edit it or something.
Yeah, that was
Something happened.
Oh yeah, let's actually touch on that. Actually,
What
let's get
part
sidecarded right away.
is that?
So the podcast didn't actually go up. This is just a note as to why the podcast didn't go up, purely because it was Friday the 13th, I believe.
Yeah, right enough. I didn't even fucking cop that.
I only copped that on. I was in work and you text me. I was on my break and I scrolled through quickly because I like to see that the podcast is up and it's going. Then I can start sharing the link with all you fine people out there. But I was in work and I seen it and I was like, oh God, the podcast isn't up. Something's went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Dee's dead.
Yeah.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, no.
So
Right
I
to think that,
I
because-
texted you and then you texted me back. And
You think?
and then I realized you weren't dead. So yeah, the podcast didn't actually go up. Now there are a number of factors that probably contribute to this or heeded to the fact that the podcast wasn't actually up on time. One of which being the absolute enormosity of this file size.
I just want enormosity to be a word.
Is it not?
I hope it is.
I hope
if it's
so.
not, I'm severely disappointed. But anyway, yeah, it was. That was our longest podcast to date. 2 hours.
Is it our longest to date? I'm pretty sure we did an audio one.
Oh, audio.
Probably.
Yeah, but audio. Yeah. I mean, audio would only be like a couple hundred megabyte.
It's definitely our longest with video.
With video, because it processed and everything at the end, and we did. What did we do at the start? We did a little like intro as well, and that was like.
Oh yeah,
That was like a
right
couple
enough.
hundred megabyte by itself.
It was right enough, yeah. And
So the whole thing, all in all, the whole podcast was like 9 gigabyte, which is like,
which is enormous for a YouTube video. Like.
and it's extremely difficult for us to get that up onto YouTube because we don't have internet.
We don't know.
I tried to do it. I did it at work.
Yeah.
I used work's internet, and it uploaded okay, but it didn't process. It would not process.
It got stuck in the processing, and then
It got stuck on like 40% processing, and it never budged past that.
Oh, I thought it had completely like gone the distance with processing, but it was just stuck in that page.
No, it didn't. Because if I checked the our content page, our videos, it was like video ready, 40% processed. So it was like once it finishes processing, you're sweet. But I don't think it uploaded properly. I don't know if something must have been wrong.
Yeah, something definitely did go wrong, but as a matter of fact, the last time that we ever podcasted, we did it on. We podcast on Friday the 13th before. Now, it was last year, or no, maybe it was the start of the year.
It had to, it couldn't have been.
Yeah, it would have been the start of the year, sorry. And I'm pretty sure it was our first podcast or second podcast, I think, that we done. Now, I'm not sure if they went up, if they ever went up. I'm not sure if... I have a strange feeling that James Sinker was with us at the time. And
he wasn't there last time.
We did the entire podcast, and then it happened. Oh no, I tell you what it was. We did the podcast. It was the first podcast we ever did, and it went up. But the handling that we had, and I know you'll remember this when I say it. Yeah. Remember, Audacity lost all the files.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Like everything was like split into like little kind of minute sections. Like what were they, like really really compressed files or something?
I don't know. It was just like, instead of like recording everything onto one, like, you know, standard file, I think for probably in case like the computer cut out or something, it recorded in these tiny little segments, like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And then like half of them disappeared.
So we had to individually piece each one in first of all that we had, and then the rest of them just weren't there, and we had to. I'm not sure if we actually did get that or if we re-recorded or something, but it was an absolute handling, and the podcast was delayed. It was one of our first podcasts.
Yeah,
but that happened on Friday the 13th, and last week's was Friday the 13th, and I just think that it's a bad omen.
I mean, it's Friday the 13th.
I think our next Friday the 13th isn't until like June or July of next year.
Let's just do it on a Saturday next time.
I don't know. I think Friday the 13th is a good day.
I got a good feeling about
it.
It's a good day. I can't explain it.
But yeah, tell me about your week then, D.
Okay. Well, we started talking about Ophelia there, so I think I'm gonna. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at the end.
You're gonna start most recent and work your way back.
No, I'm gonna start at the end. I'm gonna jump to the start. Then I'm gonna do some parts in the middle.
You're gonna Chris Nolan this, aren't you?
I'm gonna fucking Nolan the shit out of this.
Okay, yeah, good. I like it that way.
Yeah, obviously, there's a reason he's so popular. Ophelia yesterday.
Yeah,
I went to work. Sort of not expecting it to be as bad. Yeah. I was aware that, so the schools had all been shut.
That's right, yeah.
All the schools had been shut, and it was like a red weather warning in the south, so it was like danger to life, basically, right? That's the highest it'll get. I drove into work anyway, the best. It wasn't that bad. It was grand, the morning time.
Yeah.
Got into work. I got into work at 8, which is an hour earlier than most people go to work at my office, because I have to be on for the time over in Germany, right? Got to work at 8, 8:30 or 20 past 8. Email was sent out. Work from home, if at all possible, today. Yeah. So I was already in work.
So had you been like half an hour delayed, you probably would have been okay. You probably would have been at home. Probably not. Actually, it takes you quite a bit of time to get the work, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay.
So I was in work. Grand.
Okay.
Talking to the ones at work, and they were like, it doesn't seem that bad. Yada. And then it was kind of like, I started getting texts. My sister, she's like, "You working today?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in the work." She's like, "You leaving early?" And I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
And then you got swept up in the hype of the thing, and was like,
yeah,
I didn't realize it was serious at all.
No, nor did I.
And then it came around 11 o'clock, and there was like rumors going about the office that they might have to actually send us home.
Yeah.
Just for health and safety.
Yeah.
And so our project talked among ourselves and said, rather than all of us getting sent home at once, and there being nobody there to cover, we'll all go. One go now, one go now.
Stagger it,
so we have people covering it. So I went home first. And
is that because you live the furthest away?
Yeah, probably, maybe.
Or I just decided.
I went first. I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, okay.
But I went home first. Got home. That was grand. And then when I got home, I was kind of really swept up because my mother was there, and she was like, right, come out. We have to like flip the trampoline. We have to weigh it down. Anything that could possibly blow away, get it away. And I was like, right,
of course.
This is serious now. And then that's whenever we were watching, the news line was on, and there was the report of like the first death.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's when it was like, this is serious shit.
It started getting pretty hard hitting at that point, yeah.
Yeah. So then, I mean, the rest of the day, it didn't get bad around us until about like 4 or 5. And then it got pretty bad. Like, there was big gusts and stuff, but like, it didn't even come close to what it was down south.
No. Down south got absolutely obliterated from what I seen. I
mean,
yeah. Yeah. They were hit probably as hard as we're going to be hit by anything of that kind of magnitude, I think.
Well, that's it. Like, this is the first...
This is the first in 30 years.
It's the largest hurricane ever to go that far east.
Yeah,
and right. It only just stopped. Like, it was only like declassed from being a hurricane like about a day before it hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably one of the worst storms. Like, but we didn't get it the worst just because we're sort of on the other coast and we're in the north, so we didn't get the worst of it. But that was, thankfully, we didn't.
It was probably the strongest I think I've ever seen, like, wind and rain here ever.
Yeah.
But probably, like, I understand, obviously, it was massive down south. Like
yeah,
you say.
yeah. I mean, in Cork, I think they recorded 109 mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Which for here is crazy. Like,
yeah.
I know in American stuff, they have, like, hurricane season.
Exactly.
We don't get that. Like,
that's what I was just thinking about that coming home yesterday. I was like, you know, this is pretty bad for us. Like, you could feel it when you're in the car. Like, you could feel the wind hitting
the
your
car.
car.
Was, sort of.
And I never got out of work yesterday to about 4:30, 5.
Yeah, which is just prime.
And it was properly taken off at that point, and you could feel it in the car. And I was just thinking, like, you know, this for like Americans during their storm season or whatever, this is just nothing. You know?
Yeah, like that's like, it's not even that bad.
This is just like, you know, this is okay. You know, they're not batting down the hatches for that just yet.
But see, like we're not prepared for this stuff. Like
we are not. No, you know? Our biggest sellers like in this country was probably milk and bread.
Well, that's it. Like
whereas like, you know, in America when storm season comes, like the shelves are cleared. You know.
Although there was reports of places, I think it was like Tesco and Sainsbury's getting cleared out.
Were they?
Yeah.
God, right, okay, I didn't see that.
Because they closed on the day of, and they sort of announced we're going to be closed for the hurricane, or for the storm.
Was our local Sainsbury's closed, do you know?
No, I don't know. I don't think it was, this is more down south, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, like, I mean, that's our little ex-hurricane, as it was called.
Ex-hurricane. Do you know, I didn't actually know this, but do you know that the water temperature for a hurricane to build actually has to be 26 degrees Celsius?
That's pretty crazy.
It needs to be held at 26 degrees. The water temperature needs to be 26 degrees for a hurricane to build and sustain the hurricane.
To form.
That's why when it moves further east, they tend to die down because our water temperatures drop. I thought that's crazy. 26, that's like human body temperature.
That's actually insanely warm, yeah.
It's very warm for water, like, you know.
So that's probably why, like, that's global warming for you right there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
That's mental though. Like 26 degrees.
26 degrees, I think, is like the standard human body temperature. I think if it goes, it's either 26 or 36. No, it's 26, I believe. And if it goes to 27, I think like that's whenever you start running a fever and stuff.
That's mental, but
yeah. But yeah, that's just a fun little tidbit that I did. Did you actually see on the news though, like people were dying, and then there was that one idiot all over the news who went for a swim, like in Galway.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, there was loads of them. There was
prompted like Coast Guards out, like, you know, like I was just thinking, like
that happened. I think it happened in Dundalk as well.
I think Coast Guards should be allowed at that point, where if it's been classed this much as like, you know, risk to life, I think Coast Guard should be allowed to just be like, no. Yeah. We're not going. I mean, like, they chose to go out there.
That's it. So I mean, if one of them Coast Guards died trying to save an absolute retard, swimming out in the middle of a storm, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if that does happen, I don't know if it ever has happened, but if that has happened, I mean,
I'm sure it has.
That's manslaughter. Whatever way you slice it, that's you were responsible for their death.
Exactly.
But thankfully, that didn't happen particularly. There was 3 people who were killed in that storm total, like, which is, I mean, that's unheard of here. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. Like,
see, that's another thing I was thinking. We were driving home from work, and I was thinking, you always hear about these things during storms about motorists being killed by like trees falling on the cars and stuff. And for some reason, I always had it in my head that, like, you know, they were just sitting kind of stationary in a car and a tree falls on top of them. But like we were driving home, and next thing there was like these like big branches being blown across, and I was like, no, that's probably what happens. You know, that's why these people are probably tragically killed, because something is blown while they're driving into or onto their car,
and then you've lost control.
You end up in the ditch somewhere. You know,
that's it. Like it's
scary.
You just think, like, you have it in your mind, like, I'll see a tree falling. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
but
that's
like,
what I
was
not
thinking.
How it happens.
No.
Like, but yeah, we had our. Did you? How did you spend? You know, the evening in your house. Did you do anything? Yeah.
Well, follows nicely on to. I was playing Shadow of War.
Yeah. Did you lose power at all?
This is what happened twice when I was playing Shadow of War. I lost power. So like I actually lost power, right? I was working from home then for the rest of the day.
Okay.
So I was on the internet, our internet, which is shit. So you have to have everyone, no phones, no internet use. I'm working here, right?
Okay.
And then
do you have to tell your family that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because my sister was home as well, and I was like, and she's just everything open on her phone. So we're like, no, not today.
Okay.
But I think it was like, it was like 5 to 5. I finished at 5. 5 to 5. The internet did cut out. The electricity cut out.
Yeah.
Everything went dead for about 15 minutes. And I was like, holy shit, this is actually serious.
This has got to start happening, yeah.
Internet cut out. Electricity cut out. Fuck the internet. I can live without that. But
not the internet.
The electricity cut out. And I was like, right. Mummy had the the gas stove in. She was so fucking prepared. Like,
yeah,
she was like, no bother. We've the stove cooker was all hit up. Nope, we have a cup of tea, no problem at all. And I was like, sorted, yeah. And 15 minutes later, the electricity came back on, and it stayed on for like 3 more hours.
Yeah,
and then it cut off for like a minute.
Yeah,
and I was playing Shadow of War.
It cut off late last night, didn't it?
And it cut off again at like 10:30 or 11.
Yeah, it was around 11.
Time.
Yeah,
cut off again for about a minute.
Yeah,
and that happened to me when I was watching Wonder Woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking about Wonder Woman in the
previous podcast. Yeah.
And I was like, I heard it got really good reviews and stuff. I want to see that film. So I got it on Amazon. I watched it. And it is good.
You would rate it?
I would definitely say it's a good film, but I don't think it's a great film.
No, yeah.
I agree. Sean said it last week. He said it's only okay.
Yeah.
I'd say it saying it's only okay sounds bad, but it is
only okay.
It's a good film. You'll enjoy it, but it's not a great superhero film.
Did you buy a Blu-ray?
I got Blu-ray. Yeah.
I will borrow that off you.
Yeah. You should. The start of it you'll really enjoy because I love the start of it.
Okay.
When they're actually in this Elysia, I don't forget the.
Is this like the Amazon and like
the Amazon?
Yeah, I remember.
Because the Amazons are fucking badass.
Yeah.
They're and they have I love bow and arrows.
You love a good bow
and they're tidy with the bow and arrow.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should take your bow and arrow up and put it up on our set wall.
We should actually.
As something that you built.
I want to make another one. I want to make like an Xite gaming bow.
Oh my god!
Can I do that?
And you can shoot an apple off my head.
I can. No, but
I trust you 100%.
I've never missed. I'm like fucking dead shot.
Yeah, I put my ultimate trust in you. Always do.
The ultimate trust. So that was that.
What were we talking?
It cut out. It cut out in the pinnacle moment where she's like kind of clearing up house, and that really really good Wonder Woman soundtrack is playing. Have you heard it?
I have.
It's good.
I have. Yeah.
It's very good. I really enjoy it. And it was just pumping in, and then the electricity cut out, and I was like, oh, fuck.
See, I just think I wasn't going to enjoy that movie because it was Wonder Woman, and I have absolutely no ties or affiliates with Wonder Woman at all.
I actually would have preferred a film about the Amazons.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Wonder Woman is grand.
Amazonians.
The Amazonians. Yeah. I think Wonder Woman was like the least interesting Amazon that was there.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple other characters who are pretty interesting. From House of Cards, Robin Wright. Isn't it Robin Wright? I think.
Who's Robin Wright?
Claire Underwood in House of Cards.
Oh yeah,
she's in it and she's pretty cool.
Also what did we watch recently? And
she's also in Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, that's what it is. Yeah.
But
she plays like the kind of head lady, doesn't she?
She's like the warrior
head Amazon. Or something?
She's cool. I liked her. Yeah. And then it gets kind of like, do you know who else is good? Chris Pine. He's good in it too.
I forgot he was in that movie.
He's pretty good in it. Yeah. And then it gets kind of like it's all about World War I and stuff. And
yeah.
There's a bit of a plot there, and it's kind of lost.
That's why the movie's kind of just okay.
Yeah. Do
you think she'll star in Justice League?
I think she'll clean up in Justice League.
Okay.
I think in Batman vs Superman, possibly my favorite part of the film was whenever she. Spoiler alert! Whenever she walks past the camera nonchalantly and no one notices. Whenever she spoiler alert for Batman vs Superman, it's not even that good a film. Like, where she just like lands down and sort of hits with the shield. I actually think those action bits were better than the action bits in this film.
A quick side note on that: do you think that film would have been heightened if we did not know the arrival of Wonder Woman?
I was thinking that the whole time I was watching it.
Yeah.
If you'd seen those trailers, not knowing Gal Gadot was Wonder Woman, you would have assumed that's in the trailers. That's Catwoman.
Yeah.
At the start of the film, you would have assumed it's Catwoman.
Yep.
Because it's Batman was talking to her.
Yeah.
Catwoman, she steals something. It's Catwoman.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but you knew.
You knew that it was Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Had you not known that, and she lands down like that,
would have been fucking epic.
I think I would have shot myself.
I think I did.
A little poo came out.
So
that was Monday night.
Yeah. So you battled out the storm. Everyone's safe and sound in your house.
Yeah, everyone's good.
What else did you get up to this week?
As I promised, I'm going to go back to the start of the week now.
Okay. That makes perfect sense.
It does make perfect sense. Thank you.
I'll put up a little slice there in the video, like ding. Monday.
So we did the podcast on Wednesday. We had all the drama trying to get it up on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday came. Saturday was a good day. I went up to my brother's to upload the video, which he has phenomenal internet compared to us.
Yeah. I might just move in with your brother, I think.
Sure.
Makes sense.
I'm sure I'll have to check, but I'm sure he's okay with that.
If you're okay with that, just like the video.
Just go ahead and subscribe. It's all good. If he's not already subscribed, if he has a YouTube account and he has not already subscribed, fuck you, right?
Yeah,
but I was up there and he wasn't even there. I was messing around with my nephews. That was good crack.
Yeah. I seen them in my work. at my work. I seen Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was running about.
Little shout out.
Yeah. Little shout out.
Yeah. So I messed a bit with them, and then I went back down the roads, and I didn't do a whole pile the rest of the day. But that night, we, a couple of boys, got the Wii out.
Oh,
Whipped out the Wii.
Whipped out the Wii.
Because we were talking about playing Mario Kart Deluxe 8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Phenomenal. You'll see a video on that very soon, actually.
Soon. We were talking about playing it, and kind of got us in the mood for playing. We only have the Wii version, so
probably one of my favorite.
One of my favorites, because I've only played a very limited amount of it. So
yeah, it's probably one of my favorite versions because of the amount of time I've put into the game. Yeah,
exactly. So we sat down, went over to mate's house, and we played a bit of it. Had a couple of beers.
Nice.
Someone kicked through a hurley. You know, standard Saturday night in.
Standard Irish Saturday night in.
It was good. It was good crack.
That could have been anybody's night in. You said we kicked in a hurley.
Yeah. Kicked through 2 hurleys, actually.
Then you were right in the heart.
Kicked through 2 hurleys.
Right in the heart of GAA country.
That's it. Yeah. It was recorded.
Oh, good.
Somebody who shall remain nameless. Probably know who I'm talking about.
Was it you?
No.
I think I do know that.
I tried to record it and failed miserably.
Oh, okay.
Twice.
Oh.
2 times. The first time they messed it up and it was like, oh man, we have to get another hurley now.
Oh no.
Got the next one.
Another one.
And this time we were like, let's set up multiple cameras for this. And we set
multiple
one up.
shots.
We set up one that was just sitting there. I was holding one. I was holding the hurley.
Did you get a close up of it?
Yeah, I was holding it.
Okay.
I just held it like here, so it was like real.
You held the hurley while they kicked it?
Yeah. There's 2 of us holding it. But anyway.
Yeah.
That happened, right?
It's getting a little sidetracked.
And the guy who was holding it he missed it again.
Oh, you're
2
joking.
times. 2 times. It was fucking hilarious. But that's what we did that night.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like a fun day.
Sunday. Oh no, I have to go. No, fuck it.
No.
We'll just go over them.
Yeah.
Sunday. What did I do Sunday?
I don't know.
I generally have a lazy day on a Sunday. I think I did that.
Was I talking to you on Sunday? I don't think I was.
Oh no, I did. That's exactly what I did. Sorry, I did get a game for my PC finally.
What did you get?
To play on my PC.
What did you get?
I got a game that interested me like a couple of years ago, and I seen it. I actually downloaded it to your laptop because you have Steam on your laptop.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
I downloaded to your laptop.
Makes perfect sense.
And then copied everything over to my computer when I got it home.
Is it on my Steam account?
No, not anymore. Because I didn't want to use up all your space.
All my space.
Oh,
that's not the reason. You just didn't want me to play it. What is the game?
It's Kerbal Space Program.
It's what? Is that the one you kickstarted?
No.
Okay.
The one I kickstarted is pretty cool. Dude. It's like a virtual reality Apollo 11 mission.
Right. Okay.
Pretty cool. But Kerbal Space Program is basically like it's like launching rockets into space. These little like people called Kerbals, and you basically launch them up into space and try and do funky shit with them. Like, it's hard. It's fucking hard. Like it's scientific and shit. Like you gotta plot out you don't plot out your course. You kind of like apply thrust and.
Oh, velocity and speed over matter and all that.
It's like the heavier you make a rocket, you have to balance the amount of fuel you put in versus the weight. It's good.
Okay.
I achieved orbit.
Well, that's always a good sign.
I was pretty proud of achieving orbit. That took fucking ages.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a what?
Is this why you asked me to bring up the Martian to you?
Kind
Sunday,
yeah. I'm on that kind of fucking roll now. You were coming.
I'm all about space.
I just love space. Bruh.
Space and space travel, bruh. It's the future.
A bit of space, bruh. That's what I did on Sunday. I achieved orbit.
What did you do Sunday? I achieved orbit, lazy Sunday. And then we were hit by a storm.
That was right.
Was that yesterday? Yeah.
That was right.
What day is today? Oh no, what did you do Monday?
The storm was Monday.
What is
today's Tuesday.
Oh yeah. I keep thinking today's Wednesday.
You good?
Well, I did think it there for like 30 seconds.
I think that was all happened Sunday because I was watching something Sunday night. I think. Oh no, I was going to watch Wonder Woman that night, but I didn't. I ended up doing a shit on YouTube. As I want to do.
Cool.
So that's my week, Chris.
That's your week.
Pretty bitchin'.
Wow, it sounds. I mean, you achieved orbit. I'm not going to take that away.
I think you can.
No.
He's still up there. He's not coming down. Yeah,
That guy's stuck.
You're supposed to make it so that they can come back down. You're supposed to put a little booster pad so they can come back. I'm
gonna have to see this.
And he doesn't have a parachute, so he can't. He's up there forever.
Parachute from space?
Yeah. It's like you have to. They come back. They come flying down. They burn through the atmosphere.
No way.
You get like 1,000 feet above the ground. You pull a wee parachute.
What do these things look like?
Little green people.
Oh right, okay.
They're
like lemmings.
They're kind of like lemmings, like little aliens, basically.
Okay.
Kerbals.
That's how I'm picturing it. Yeah. That sounds like a much better week than I had.
Good.
I had a. extremely rough week, I'm going to say.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I'm just getting stuck into the new job.
Yeah.
And I kind of wasn't expecting the amount of hours to hit me just as hard as they did. There is a lot of learning with the job and a lot of stress coming with it. I don't get stressed okay.
That's a lie.
Anybody that knows me is now just going, oh my God. But
I don't get stressed very easily. Holy fucking shit! Why won't it work?
Why are we spiking?
I don't know.
No, I don't get stressed about big things. Things that I should get stressed about never seem to bother me. I can brush them off. I'll always see a silver lining in it, blah, blah, blah. Little things, little minute like dealings or something they'll play my mind all day and I'll get incredibly stressed. And it's just been one of those weeks where just one little thing is just constantly, not just one like thing, but like a series of little things just constantly been niggling at me. And it's been like late nights, early starts. And obviously there's a whole learning process with my job. I don't have to go away, I think I was telling you, until the new year. I don't have to go to Liverpool now to the new year, which is good.
Sweet.
I think, anyway, that could all change. I'm not entirely
You're gone tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah. But with my job, we had one of the like annual stock counts on Saturday night, and I had to do this awful split. So I worked just over 17 hours on Saturday alone. So I left the house at just before 6 in the morning. I got into work. Are
you still working? Are you working in Dungannon still?
No, I'm back. I'm in Armagh now. I'm in the Armagh base. So I did 6:30 to 1. And then I was off for 3 hours and had to come back in the afternoon because all staff were in. Now we have 80 staff.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a fucking monumental number. I honestly, because I still haven't been into the Armagh.
No.
Though I'm basing all of my knowledge about this franchise on the one that's in Uri.
No, don't do that.
Which I didn't think was all that great, to be honest.
No, don't do that.
There's no way you couldn't fit 80 people in that shop. Well, you could, but like, why would you?
We had 80 staff plus then extras from a couple of different stores around Northern Ireland down helping us out. And basically the entire shop was shut down and every single product in that shop had to be counted and accounted for, scanned through, stock taken, variants sorted, done.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
That's some job.
That being said, it was one of the best handled things I have ever seen in my life.
Enough.
It was like incredible. I was expecting such a stressful experience with the stuff. It was probably one of the most enjoyable days of the week that I had. Bar the fact, okay, so everyone came in and they kind of divided the 80 staff up. And the way they did it was, okay, so we had all like the tall people. So management, which was like myself and like 6 others.
Split them off by size, boy.
We didn't actually have to do much of the actual counting work. That was for all of the other staff. But they were all split up, put about the store into different sections. Everybody kind of took a bay. Once you do that bay, you then snake off to the next part of the bay.
I'm sorry, you seen you said bay there?
Yeah.
My mind was just thinking the complete other meaning of bay.
Like,
it's like everyone got a bay. Yeah.
Everyone got a bay.
You got your bay? Yeah, I got my bay.
So everyone gets a bay. They got to count that. And then it was my job to kind of come behind them after they get a slip and everything gets scanned through and make sure that their bay was accounted for.
I can't hear anything else.
Section.
Their
section was accounted for. And it was honestly one of the most smoothest Rant things I have ever seen. I could not get over it. It was 80 staff all working like fucking rabbits, man, for 8 hours constantly counting. They all finished up and went home at midnight, and I left the store at 2.
Doing your management things.
Yeah, there was other stuff you have to go and count all the discrepancies then. So, anything that's been missed or anything that's shown like, a big fall in money or whatever has to be, accounted for again kind of thing.
Yeah.
I left at 2 and then had to go back in the next morning at 11, did another day's work. I was absolutely, I don't think I've ever been as tired my whole life, D. And I am normally I like to plan everything out meticulously. I have spreadsheets and files and I like to know my week ahead from what food I'm eating to the way I'm training to work. If you say, right, okay, we're going to podcast on a Wednesday, I'm a creature of habit. We're podcasting at 6 and I'm off. I'll know, okay, between like 1 and 2, I'll train then. That'll give me enough time, for another hour to get my food made up and then have a couple hours to chill out, play games, whatever.
You were so focused on that.
Yeah.
That because we initially planned on podcasting on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You have multiple times forgotten that today is in fact Tuesday.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because it was a change of plan.
Yeah, it's gone absolutely fucking haywire for me. But I think that in particular was stressing me out the most. Training's kind of gone to shit. It's still pretty strong. Diet was good. I was still getting my meals in, but it just didn't feel
I had your laptop, so you didn't have your
your
literal spreadsheet.
I literally have the spreadsheet of everything, everything I need on my laptop, and you had it from Friday, and I was just like, this is not happening. To make matters worse, now I'm going to tell you a little story here, and okay. So I purchased a new SIM card for my phone.
Oh yes, man, I know where this is going.
Yeah, okay. So I purchased a new SIM because I'm looking to swap provider because where we live, O2 just won't cut it for me. It's just not, yourself, it's not good enough. And so I swap into 3. Okay, so I get the SIM out and I have to put it in, but obviously my phone needs unlocked. So I rang O2. I explained to them the what was going on. They were like, yeah, that's not a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to send you out the unlatching code. It'll take about a week to come through at the most through your email. You get an unlatching code to unlock your phone. Pop the other SIM in. Bob's your uncle. Away you go. SIM card came, so I was like, great, I'm just waiting for the unlatching code. It came one night at work. I was like, grand. I'm going to, do this all tomorrow. Got the unlatching code, put it in. Didn't work. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, maybe I put it in wrong. Put it in again. Didn't work. I was like, maybe I'm missing a digit. So I'm back, wrote it all out again, put it in. You can only enter it 3 times.
Oh, no.
And then it locks and you need a puck code. So I was like, okay, I put it in. It was wrong. I was like, fuck, puck code. I was like, oh. So I went online, got the puck code, put the puck code in.
Puck is a funny word.
Puck is a great word. Turns out the unlatching code wasn't working. Okay, so that was during the week there. This morning I was off, so I was like, oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go train. I trained. It was great. Then I was like, all right, I'm going to go out. I'm going to find some signal. I'm going to phone O2 or 3 or whoever, and I'm going to sort this whole thing out, and hopefully my phone will be up and going. Okay. So I went out to my shed where I get the best signal in my house, oddly enough.
Obviously.
Had my cup of coffee. I was like, this isn't going to take too long. I'll enjoy my coffee. It's a nice clear day, the calm after the storm. I'll enjoy the views. I'll phone customer service, I was in a good mood. Yeah, the perfect day. My perfect Sunday. I phone, first of all, 3 because it's coming up that I need a puck for a SIM puck because and the SIM I was putting in was a 3 SIM. Phoned them, got through the Scottish guy, couldn't have been more helpful, was great. But he was kind of just like, no, the code that you need, it's not from us, it's actually from O2 because that's your current provider. I was like, oh, that's not a problem. So I ring O2 and I'm like, got off the phone to him, rang O2 customer service. I was like, okay, so I've just been on the phone to 3. They're telling me now I need a code from you for this puck. He's like, okay, I'm going to give you this puck code. He gave me the puck code I already used. I was like, no, that's not what I'm after. I was like, I have my SIM puck. I'm after the network puck. I need my phone unlatched. I was giving it. He asked for like the IMEI or something, to a code
on the phone
for your phone. I gave him it. He was like, yeah, no problem.
I give it to him.
It was fine. It was all good. It was positive. Get off the phone to him, and he gives me this code, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this in. I put it in. It was like not working. I was like, oh my God. So I ring O2 again. And I'm like, look, I just got this. At this point, my temperament was I was a bit pissed off, but I was still very, very calm, very polite to these people. They were doing their job. I was just looking for a bit of help.
Yeah.
So ring them up. This time it's like a foreign guy, probably Indian or something. I'm not really sure. And he couldn't really make out what I was trying to tell him. I was like, I want the network puck. And he was like, oh, your SIM's blocked. I was like, no, not my SIM. I was like, I just want an unlatching code for this year or whatever. I've paid the £15. It's already done, but you sent me out the wrong one. Can I have a new one? Blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh no. He was like, so is this with an O2 SIM? I was like, I'm on O2 now, but I need the puck, I think, for to unlock it for 3. And he was like, oh no, you need to ring 3. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna ring 3 one more time and this is gonna be sorted. So I ring 3 and get through to it's a pretty bad line on 3 actually. I get through to them and I was like, I was very straight to the point at this point. I was like, I need a code. I was like, I'm putting in your SIM. It's not working. I phoned O2. They can do no more. Yeah. This is the code I need. Can you give me it? And they were like, yeah, not a problem. We'll give you this now. Okay, no problem. Just need to take a couple of details. No problem. so can we have your phone number that you're going to use? I was like, well, I'm going to use this phone number. He's like, has it been swapped over? I was like, well, not yet because it's not come through. He's like, okay, just give us the phone number of the SIM card that you're going to use. No problem. Called it out to him. And he was like, and the SIM card number? And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm seeing here the SIM card is not registered yet. And I was like, what do you mean it's not registered? He's like, it has to be in your phone 24 hours to register. I was like, yeah, but I can't get onto my phone to register the SIM card. At this point, my blood was like really starting to rise. I was like, my coffee was done. The views had suddenly changed.
Storms brewing up again.
I was like, I need the code. I was like, please. I was like, all I need is this code. How can I get the code if I can't put my SIM in? He was like, oh, no. The SIM's not registered. He's like, you're not going to get that off us. O2 have to give you that. I was like, O2 have given me everything. At this point, I was really losing my fucking shit with them. Yeah. I was like, O2 have given me everything I need. It's up to you to give me the fucking code. I was like, I didn't swear, thankfully. I didn't swear. I was still very calm. I was like, just give me the code that I need. And he was like, no, we can't give you the code because, you have to have your SIM in for 24 hours. I was like, I can't put the SIM in because it's asked me for a code. He's like, no, you're going to have to ring O2. I was like,
oh my God.
Needless to say, I hung up.
Aye.
So we were actually going to Monaghan's today. So I went to the 3 store.
The shop, yeah.
I was like, can you tell me what is wrong with this SIM? So he was like, yeah. So he put it into a Nokia phone. He was like, oh no, it's fine. The SIM's not a problem. He was like, you just need an unlatching.
You go over O2 and get an unlatching code.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
He was like, all you have to do is just contact O2. They'll give you the unlatching code. I was like, I have. He was like, yeah, just wait for that code and put it in. That should be it. He was like, they've obviously just give you the wrong code for your IMEI. I was like, needless to say, it was one of the most stressful mornings. What was going so well, my day off, I was like, yes, I'm just going to get everything sorted, Wrote down a little list of all the things I had to do, get stuff sorted. And I was ticking them off, and then this one just had a big fucking asterisk beside it because now I need to go on Friday, my next day off, because I won't have a chance to do it, and see if I can get another code.
You should go to the O2 shop this time. Go to them because there's no point ringing them.
Honestly, and I am sorry if anybody who watches this podcast or anybody knows anybody who works in our local O2 shop in Armagh.
Well, this is not going to end well.
I think I should probably just leave it at that.
Yeah, let's just leave it there. Yeah.
But I won't be going to them.
Yeah,
I will not be going to them. Getting on to some lighter news before we actually jump into our news. I was talking to Sean McLaughlin, who was on the podcast with us last week. And I would like to give a shout out to him right now as he told us about his job interviews. He got the job in Belfast. Yes, well done, Sean. So congratulations to Sean, who is currently going to be starting a new job in Belfast.
Poor bastard.
I think he's a cafe supervisor.
Cafe supervisor?
Yeah.
The cafe is important, Chris.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just called a cafe.
Maybe
it's not even a cafe. Maybe the business is called cafe.
Maybe.
That.
Yeah.
That's
maybe
idea.
He provides cafe products.
That's an idea.
I don't know. But he got that. And another shout out to James Sinker as well, actually, because I was talking to him and I asked him, could I mention this? And he was like, sure. He has only recently started playing Resident Evil 70.
Aye.
And he texted me, and the first match, I kind of had to read it a couple of times. I didn't understand. I think he pretty much just texted me, and he was like, oh my God, how can you possibly play this game, but you can't play Slender Man or Five Nights at Freddy's? And I was like, why is it bad? And he was like, this game is like one of the games that just is completely messing with my head, my anxiety, my sanity, everything. Apparently it is just, sending him up the walls with fear. He was like, see being chased? Fuck that.
So I actually didn't expect that.
I was like, where have you got to? And he was like, I have just fought the guy in the garage. So he's just fought Mr. Baker in the garage. And he's played 2 videotapes, I think. I was like, man, you have seen nothing of that game.
No.
He has still yet to do... I'm not going to say anything, but
he probably watches them.
No,
he used to watch them.
Yeah, he used to.
Better watching.
Till he told us that he just couldn't find the time.
He was like, I think the last one I watched was episode 3.
What episode are you guys on now? Like 4? Try 14.
Try 24, bitch.
Yeah. It's just 24, 23.
This is 24, yeah.
Because we got fused in that
last week it was 22, 23, 23.
But he's having an awful time. He's probably playing that right now as we speak and is being driven up the walls with fear because of that game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it was just the atmosphere that we had playing that. Yeah,
true. I think because there was 2 of us.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have him very shortly to talk about his actual experience with that. Because
actually, probably relevant now because that gold edition is either out or coming out soon.
Yeah. Do you want to segue into the news with that?
Gold edition, sure.
Yeah.
The gold edition for Resident Evil 7 is coming out or is out soon now.
Oh, I actually played nothing this week.
You played nothing?
Formula 1 briefly with you when you were down on the Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
We had some fun setting some times.
I completed a rap with a rap.
A rap? I completed a rap.
The rap was good, but the lap was better.
Oh, that's good.
The lap. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I am fucking class. Just be aware of that. I mean, I finished the lap without invalidating it some way.
You did, yeah.
Which is a big W for me.
Kind of a big deal. Then I went into orbit.
Yep. Yeah, I took my Formula 1, my McLaren. I took it into orbit.
But yeah, that'll segue us, I think, kind of into the news nicely.
Do you know what? I don't think it is segue.
No.
I remember basically yelling at you one week for using segue wrong. I don't think it's segue at all. I think I have been using segue wrong. It's segwoo.
Is it segwoo?
It's SEGUEUE. Q, like a Q, you know. Segwoo. I don't know how it is.
We're gonna segwoo into the
I don't think it's segwoo, but it's not segue. It's sure shit ain't segue.
Okay, well, this is gonna lead us into the news, but right before we do, we just want to say, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, remember that you can find the video version to see our lovely two faces sitting on our beautiful set over at YouTube. Do get in touch with us there. Drop us a comment and a like if you like. Yeah, see what I did?
Yeah, nice.
You can subscribe to us if you'd like to see more of this on a weekly basis, along with all of our other footage that we're getting out. Some Let's Plays coming very soon, and a Halloween special, both on this couch and on video games, through video games. I don't know what way to put that. There's 2 Halloween videos coming.
Is there 3?
There may be 3.
There may be 3.
There very may be 3 Halloween videos coming, depending on...
Count your lucky stars.
On
3 Halloween videos.
But yeah, remember you can find it over on YouTube. Do get in touch with us there. Thank you, a massive thank you to everybody who is finding us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud, because those stats have kind of just been constantly climbing from we get on to those 3 hosting services.
I have just remembered in this moment that I didn't put the last one on SoundCloud either.
Oh, that's okay, because we kind of never do.
The last one on it is episode 19.
That's okay. That's okay. That'll gain a bit of traction. And then we'll hit them with like 24.
Boo, boo, boo.
Every five will go to SoundCloud. You know?
Anyway, yeah.
But thank you for catching us there. Do get in touch with us. Love to hear from you. Grow our little community. And that'll take us nicely into the news. Do you want to start or will I start?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Okay, you start. Fine. Jeez.
Oh my god. All right, it's pretty switchy, this news.
Okay.
It's all about Switch. Doom.
Yeah.
Pretty good first person. Pretty high octane, fast paced.
Yeah.
First person shooter game. It's coming to the Switch.
Is it?
On November 10th of this year.
Okay.
And they've obviously had to modify it quite a bit to get to run on
the
Switch.
I'm just thinking that, yeah.
So it's 30 frames per second, 720p.
That's not bad.
I think it's 1080 60 on the console.
Yeah.
And then obviously whatever it is on PC, it's probably like a couple of 100,000.
Yeah, okay.
Frames per second, I assume.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's coming for handheld. Yeah, that's
on a small screen. I think 720p is going to be grand on a small screen.
Perfect.
I don't know what 30 frames per second is going to be like.
Right enough, because it is such a fast
It's
pace,
very quick.
You know.
But I think
it'll handle it okay.
Oh, the Gears campaigns are all 30.
All 30 as well. Yeah.
So I mean, they're good, but they are third person. But still, they're pretty
true. Yeah.
Quick and stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Actually, this coming to Switch. All right. Yeah. So there's going to be, and Switch do have online, don't they?
Do you know what?
They have a Nintendo. I'm very confused by this.
I've heard very little about that online service because the online service was pretty. It looked pretty shit.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, it was an online service. You had to pay for it, which was people weren't happy with. It was cheaper than most others, but I don't think it was great.
Yeah.
I remember there's no like chat. The chat.
Oh, that's right.
Is on an app on your phone.
Yeah.
On your phone.
On your phone.
You can download an app to talk to people.
On your phone.
On a phone.
So you could just text them.
Exactly.
You know? Just fuck the app. just WhatsApp me, man.
Yeah.
You know?
On a phone.
On a phone.
Anyway.
Not even on the console. The more I think about it, the more ludicrous it gets.
I gotta get my phone out.
To play my Switch.
To open an app. To talk to someone,
okay.
But that online...
That's pretty cool, though, that Doom is coming. It's another big title.
It's kind of, they have said they're open to these more like kind of mature games coming to the Switch.
I mean, we're going to see a lot of it. I think Switch are really going to... Well, Switch are... from now well into the new year, they have a lot of big titles coming.
Yep.
So, it doesn't surprise me that bigger and bigger games are kind of making their way that way to Nintendo. I mean, it's going to be...
Sony have actually... they're going to release a game on the Switch.
What one?
Which is fucking crazy. Oh, I forget the name of it. I think it's called Tiny Metal, but it's not actually Sony. It's not like Sony Computer Entertainment publishing the game. It's like the Sony music label.
Okay.
Also have like a little branch that are making like kind of games.
Of course they do.
Indie games or whatever. Yeah. And it's going to the Switch, which is weird. It's a Sony game on Switch, on PC.
Fair enough.
On PlayStation probably.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's pretty
good for the Switch.
That's pretty impressive, yeah.
I have another thing.
Yeah.
Very, very related to that.
Yep.
It's about Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Have you got this?
No.
Super Mario Odyssey, the early reviews are extremely positive.
Yeah. I thought you were going with that. I was like, he's either doing this to build suspense because it's going to be great or bad.
I mean, it was never going to be a bad game. Like,
no,
never going to be a bad game. Anyway,
extremely positive.
Edge magazine have given it a perfect score.
Wow.
10 out of 10. There was another group recently. I forget the name, and I did not save it.
Another 10 out of 10?
No, they have a weird scoring thing. It's like 20 out of 20 and 19 out of 20. I think there's two people who do it.
Oh, okay.
And they combine their scores, that's an insanely high score again.
Okay.
I
think we're going to be seeing a lot of that. A lot of 10 out of 10.
It's going to be a massive game. Wow. It's going to blow things away. It's basically going to be... You had Legend of Zelda, you had Breath of the Wild at the start of the year, and then just to wrap things up at the end of the year, Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, it's gonna clean up.
That's gonna be up there as one of the biggest contenders for the game of the year.
Yep, absolutely. And it's gonna have that hype around it as well.
Of course.
So that's gonna be big.
It's Mario at the end of the day. Like, how bad can it be? You know what I mean?
That's it. I mean, the worst Mario game is still a great game. Well, I don't know what the worst Mario game is.
I don't know what we class as the worst.
But
Mario
a bad
game.
Mario
game is still a great game. Yeah,
generally speaking.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, that's two big
heavy hitters
for the Switch anyway.
The Switch is right.
Also, Stardew Valley came to the Switch recently. So.
It did actually, and it's doing really, really well.
Yeah, it's a good game for the Switch.
Yeah, that's something I was tempted to get on my laptop just to take with me on the go.
Stardew Valley,
yeah.
Oh yeah, right enough. You could play
just as a little,
That's actually a thing I've never contemplated before. Your laptop would be like a souped up version of the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more powerful than the Switch.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah. It's got that. I mean, how much that cost?
That was $6.
Okay. It's like double the price as well, but like still.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Not nearly as portable.
I would never think of like taking my laptop to play games.
I've never thought of it until just like this year.
Yeah.
Whenever you kind of see all like the games that you can kind of play on the go.
Yeah, on the Switch.
Only from being introduced to Steam and stuff, and you're just like, oh my god,
there's so much here.
There is like a whole catalog of things that I have yet to touch.
Things to play, like.
So yeah, that could be something that I might look into. Get, because I know you can get it on console as well, but I don't know if I'd like to sit and play it on console as well.
I think it's the type of thing where like you kind of just want to take it out and play for a bit, set it down, whatever. You have a bit of free time to play it. But you can't really do that console.
Oh, sorry, I just destroyed my mic there with my big heavy fist. Horizon Zero Dawn, Frozen Wilds DLC.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Frozen Wilds. So earlier this year at E3, it was released. Guerrilla Games released their thing saying that Frozen Wilds DLC coming this November for Horizon, which obviously released at March at the start of the year.
Is this the first? This isn't the first DLC.
No, there was a DLC already, but this is the big one.
Yeah.
And this will be the last DLC for Horizon, but yeah, the company actually opened up and answered a couple of questions about it. So I'm just going to give you what they had to say about what to expect from Frozen Wilds. There are no plans to add co-op to the game whatsoever. The Frozen Wilds is a substantial piece of content, and its map will be added to the existing map. Now, from what I gather, it is part of the northern realms of the Horizon map. I know you don't know it too well.
Yeah.
But it's part of like the Banyu tribes, I think it was up there.
The Banyu
obviously.
Tribes.
So it will add to the existing map. Players don't need to have finished the original campaign to obviously play with the experience. And the complete edition, which is out in December, I think, will have both pieces of DLC and the deluxe or the Frozen Wilds and the Deluxe Horizon, which already includes the DLC that came out there. The first DLC that came out there.
Very good.
Let me see. Is there anything else I need to bring up on that there? I don't think so, other than the fact that people are kind of wondering why this is going to be the only piece of DLC. Pretty much, I don't think they've confirmed, but it's well known that they're working on the follow-up.
The sequel.
So it's going to be, they have their hands tied.
I mean, I think, would you prefer one big piece of DLC or for the standard 4 pieces?
I think I prefer one big piece.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, you're waiting a long time too, so I mean, hopefully it's a good piece of content.
Yeah.
Because bit of a right bit of anticipation there for I know, especially for the likes of you.
I actually had a bit of news on the DLC for Resident Evil 7, but I know if James Singer is listening to this, he probably won't want to hear this. So Singer, don't listen for the next 2 minutes.
Or anybody else, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, not everybody else, just other people who don't want to hear about
So
this.
Capcom offered a better look at Resident Evil 7's add-ons, End of Zoe and Not a Hero. The bit that reveals a bit more about what Chris Redfield and Zoe Baker will be getting up to. Things don't look very sunny for Zoe based on her condition in the trailer.
This is Zoe.
Zoe was, remember, the sister that we didn't save?
Oh,
or that we did?
Spoiler alert.
That we didn't. Or I forget. Yeah, we chose to save Mia instead of Zoe. Yeah. So that's the choice. Here is Capcom's official description of it, okay? So, taking place after the horrific events that befell Ethan Winters in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Chris is on the hunt for Lucas Baker, which was, remember, the son that we did not get round to bring an end to the Baker tragedy once and for all. BSA agents have already tried to take on Lucas previously, but were unsuccessful themselves and became captives of the menacing trickster. Can Chris save the team while also tracking down Lucas through perilous poison gas-filled dungeons? It will release on December 12th on PS4, Windows PC, Xbox One, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition drops on the very same day. So we're going to get a piece of DLC that ties in Chris with the game, with Zoe. Oh, hang on, sorry. Let me just go back.
Whoa, hold up.
A look at the add-on actually reveals Joe, who is a mysterious outdoorsman who lives along in the bank of the marshes and has a chance encounter with Zoe that sets both of their fate in motion.
Joe.
Yeah. So this DLC is pretty much going to see, hopefully, Chris tie up Lucas.
Yeah.
Not tie him up, but, tie up loose ends, if you know what I mean. I mean, you can tie him up if you want.
Tie you up.
Whatever he's into.
I could kill you, but I'm going to tie you up.
But yeah.
Because I'm a good guy.
I guess, I mean, I'm not too interested in getting on any of the DLC. I kind of wanted to know the story behind why Chris was there in the first place. And
I mean, it was kind of, spoilers for the end of the game here, but it was just kind of like a nice, not like an Easter egg, but a nice little, a nice little nod to the series.
A nod to the series.
This isn't just completely out there and not related.
Yeah. I know they've had quite a bit of DLC already with him in it, I think.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, I think so.
See, I stopped paying attention to that game.
That's what I mean. After I finished it, I didn't have much of a heat to go back to it or much to really.
Great experience.
But altogether. And the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus UK price.
There's an S9.
Exactly.
The S8 was just
that was my first thought exactly, D. So it's expected around March 2018. And I can tell you that the S9 will set you back around 700.
That's actually lower than I was expecting.
And the S9 Plus around 800. Now, instead of going into the entire thing, I'll just pretty much give you the specs at a glance, if you don't mind, D.
I would prefer you go in depth, Chris.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Okay, expected March 2018, around 700 and 800, respectively. Qualcomm Snapdragon 845.
The old 845.
Does that make any sense to you?
No.
I haven't looked in. I have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. 6 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
So,
mine is 1 point. I'm like 1.8.
1.8? I don't even know what mine has. So
I'd say yours is 2 or 3 anyway.
Well, that's definitely not 6.
Nah.
I think my laptop runs 8.
Yeah, my computer is only.
So it's 2 gigabyte. I know 2 gig is quite substantial, but still only 2 behind a laptop in a phone. 2 is quite substantial.
Yeah.
HDR display, 18:9 aspect ratio, so quite a big screen, quite a big.
It's gonna be like a tall screen.
Yeah. Rear mounted fingerprint reader.
I like those.
You have that in your phone, don't you?
I have that in my phone.
I have a fingerprint sensor here, but it's only really used for like like your heartbeat and shit like that. Yeah. No,
you don't have got one on the thumb pad?
I do have one on the thumb pad there.
Yeah. I mean that's useful if you like at work a lot. I like to have the phone sitting there and sort of change my music, and I like to. It would be handy to open it like that.
Yeah.
But I can't. I actually have to. Or I just do the code.
Yeah, I just do the code.
But it would be nice if I could do that. But it's so handy when you have it in your hand. And you're just like, Oh, he's gonna check some stuff. He's unlock it.
2 12 megapixel cameras with up to 10 optical zoom and 1,000 frames per second. Completely waterproof. Battery life over the S8 and S9 respectively. Integration with Bixby. What is Bixby?
Bixby is this new thing they've added. This virtual assistant, a bit like what do you call that one?
Like Cortana or
yeah, I had Cortana in my head as well, which is
Cortana's Windows,
the least popular one by a mile. It begins Siri
or Alexa.
Siri.
With
Alexa, all them, Echo. All that jazz.
64 gigabytes internal space for the standard models, going up to 256 gig.
I think that's good though, because like
that's incredible. I think that's unbelievable.
Internal storage.
USB 3.1 Type C, no headphone jack, and we're running Android 8. And they have said that facial recognition will be on the cards for it as well. So we're pretty much taking...
There's facial recognition on
There
yours?
is facial recognition on mine. I don't use it because I just never really see the
why
need.
Would you use it?
My thumb is fine.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know, if I want to unlock my phone,
see, this is what I was expecting out of Samsung. And I'm glad they haven't totally done it, but they kind of have. I was expecting them after the iPhone 10 to go like, yeah, our next one's going to be £1,000 as well. And they dropped the headphone jack. They didn't drop it in the 8, I don't think.
No.
So they've dropped it.
I'm not too happy about that.
God knows why. They all want to do that for some reason.
So if you drop the headphone jack, can you use Bluetooth headphones?
You have to, basically.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Use Bluetooth, or you can get the wee dongle for your...
Dongle.
For
the bottom of your phone. Yeah.
But that means you can't charge it at the same time.
I mean, I'm happy enough to use Bluetooth headphones because I would prefer to use headphones with Bluetooth anyway.
Have you got Bluetooth headphones?
To avoid wires. No.
This is it. You know, you're going to have to buy some Bluetooth headphones.
Funny enough, I was actually looking into purchasing myself a good pair of Bluetooth headphones during the week, and they're actually not as expensive as I once thought.
No. But you see, that's the thing. I mean, if you have an Apple phone, an iPhone, an Apple phone, you're probably going to be like pushed the fucking AirPods at a couple of £100.
You see, I don't like that because I think it was mentioned in one of our last podcasts. We were talking about headphones and stuff. I think it was whenever we talked about the iPhone 10, they would fall out of your ear so handy. Like, you know what I mean? At least with headphones, you know, they're on.
You got them like ones the kind of sports ones?
Sport ones?
Yeah, they'd be pretty good.
I honestly prefer headphones over earphones any day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
You know, that's just me. I don't know.
Headphones are good. Just to surround your ear.
Surround your ears, and you know, they don't really fall off my giant head.
I'm a little pissed they removed the headphone jack. I'll not be buying that phone anyways.
No, I've been looking into the S8 for myself anyway.
It's a nice phone.
I think I'm due an upgrade.
Your
sister has. Does she have the Edge? Oh, there's Burger.
You're
right on cue. Burger around the 1 hour mark
every time.
Does she have the Edge?
No, she's got the standard one.
I was looking at the Edge today. It's a gorgeous phone.
It's a nice phone. I don't know about the Edge. I mean, I'm not pushed on having the edges.
My biggest concern is I generally like to hold my phone like this.
Yeah,
you know. So if I hold my phone like this, I don't know if you can see that with my hand kind of wrapped around my phone. I have a strong feeling I'm going to interfere with the screen if I have the Edge.
It has edge detection stuff, so it's kind of like...
Do I have to hold my phone like my mother? And scroll? Or do I, you know, I don't know how that works.
I mean, they've done this with the 6 and the 7. Was it the 6 or maybe it was only the 7 and the 8? But they've done it with those already.
7 and 8.
Like, they kind of have like, you know, built-in software that can detect... Like, they know that... that's not a finger that's doing all that and all this. So they're like, well, they don't mean to touch that.
I just got to stretch out my leg here, D. I'm experiencing some real bad cramp right now.
I swear to God. You got to get hydrated, Chris.
I know. I'm telling you, man, it's been a week from hell.
Well, that's pretty interesting. I didn't even know there was an S9 on the cards.
Yeah.
But there you have it.
Neither did I until I seen that. Although I was kind of half expecting it whenever, obviously, iPhone released there.
There'll be one a year.
I was like, what is Samsung?
But at least the price is a lot lower.
The price is reasonable, yeah. I don't think I'll be getting it anytime before March anyway. But I'd like to have a new upgrade by the time I go away.
The 8, you mean?
The 8, sorry. But I'd like to have the 8 by the time I go away next year.
I think if I'm going to get another phone, which will be when this one breaks.
Yeah.
If it breaks. It's a hardy wee phone. I'll go for the V30, the one Paddy brought it up a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, the LG?
The LG.
Really?
Gorgeous phone.
I don't think I'll ever go off Samsung. And...
I will.
I love Android and I love Samsung, and I think I'm just going to stick with it.
I don't love Samsung. I'm pretty fond of Android now.
I like Samsung and Samsung products.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're high quality and stuff.
Bar TVs. I don't really rate Samsung TVs.
I would rate Samsung TVs. I wouldn't rate Samsung laptops particularly.
No. Kitchenware, appliances and stuff like that, apparently it's great. I've never actually
They are everywhere.
Yeah, they are. I find that weird when I see people's kitchens like an oven or something that's like Samsung. I'm like, oh, why? You know? Your oven shouldn't be a make. It should just be like, you know, the only like kitchen make I think I know is like Whirlpool or something.
You can start the oven from your phone.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
That would be brilliant.
That could be a thing. Internet of Things is what that's called.
That could be dangerous though, because I know they have that thing now. You know, Hive. You know, with Hive you control.
Don't do it.
Your home from your phone.
Don't do it.
I'm sorry.
You did it.
I had to when I said it.
You did.
But like, yeah, I mean, what if you had? You can control your. I'm pretty sure that if you have a Samsung washing machine, you can control that from your phone.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, this Internet of Things. Every device will have a little chip in it, and you can just connect it up to your phone. And
I mean,
there's fridges with that. Smart fridges. I shit you not. There's smart fridges.
Why? But why?
God only knows why.
If you have a smart fridge, you're listening to the audio of this, or you're watching the video, and you have a smart fridge or any Samsung device in your home, are they good?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, can you control it from your phone? Can you send us a video? I know I could just.
Maybe your fridge could send you a video.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know, is it that advanced? I don't know. You have to explain that to me.
It's a weird world we're living in. Of course, we'll never do that because you know where we are living.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's not strictly the internet.
Oh, is it not?
If you're at home and you get the Wi-Fi signal, you know, blasting through everywhere, you're just connected, bro.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like.
I think
it's good for that. And I never knew about this, and I think both PlayStation and Xbox do this. You can stream your console from your laptop.
Can you?
Yeah, pretty well too. Like on our internet, it doesn't make a difference what the internet is like. It's just if the Wi-Fi signal is strong. So I had the Xbox running downstairs.
Yeah.
I was up in my room on my computer, my laptop, with a wee controller plugged in. No way. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I did not know that.
No, yeah. It's not used very often.
No, it's definitely not going to be used.
But like, I don't know, say like someone's down using your TV, and you're like, oh shit, I really want to play.
Yeah, you can. You can do that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Have you got any more news, or was that?
I had one more piece of news, and it's just kind of for randomness sake.
Yeah,
I couldn't really believe it. Settlers of Catan.
Yeah.
Movie adaptation in the works.
No way.
I shit you nay.
Like, okay, tell me what you know about it first of all, because I have immediately a couple of questions.
I tell you what I know about it. I know that there's a film called Settlers of Catan being made.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, so Settlers of Catan is a board game.
Yeah.
In which you must, and I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, you pretty much have to build up like a civilization. Yeah. Well, you're a settler, obviously.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
In Catan, I assume is the place. and that is my knowledge.
You're making a lot of assumptions here, Chris.
But no, like you have to gather like wood and, you know, stuff like, you know, all your...
I think it's something like that. But the point here, it doesn't matter what the game is.
That's what I mean, yeah. I mean, are they going to make a film where it just shows someone trying to survive? Or is it just... are we going to see something like... Okay, you tell me what you think.
All right. I think it's going to be a film.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That is about something very, very, very loosely related to settling and building an empire.
Yeah, I think...
And they're going to put the name Settlers of Catan on it and go, oh, it's actually all set in Catan.
I think we're going to have a film that is pretty much on a planet or world or whatever that's called Catan. And we have...
Have you seen... And this is... just came to me now.
Yeah,
I was just sort of going like the idea of a film being based on a board game is fucking ridiculous. And then I've just remembered that there already is a film based on a board game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hang on, let me quick think. Would I know the board game?
You know the board game for sure, and probably know the film as well. You probably have heard of the film. Rihanna's in it.
Oh, Battleship.
That's based on the board game. I know. I couldn't believe that. I assumed it was just a film about battleships.
That's what I assume it is. I haven't yet to see that.
It's based on the board game Battleships.
Apparently that film was only made. Do you know why that film was made?
Because Battleships asked them to.
No, because the director came to who produced that movie? Was it Sony?
I don't know. I don't care.
It could have been, but the director came to them and was kind of, I forget the name of the director now, of course. This story is already on a downward. I'm going to pull it back up here now, D. Bear with me. He came to them with the proposed idea of Lone Survivor, you know, the film with Mark Wahlberg about the Navy SEALs. And they turned him down and they said, we will let you make this film if you first make Battleship. And of course he did. And then he made Lone Survivor, which was an excellent movie. Definitely
worth it then. Do you know the guy, Adam McKay, who did Anchorman?
Yes.
He only did Anchorman 2.
Yeah.
So that he could then do... I'm blanking on the name now.
I've heard of this as well. What is the second film?
Oh, The Big Short? Or something? The Big Short. Yeah, it's Big Short. Yeah. So he wanted to make that film for a long time. Have you ever actually seen the other guys?
Hang on. Now I get mixed up in the nice guys and the other guys.
The other guys is Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
I've seen that one.
And it's fucking class.
I haven't seen the one with Ryan Gosling. What's
Ryan
it?
Gosling and
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe. It's also class.
What's it?
The Nice Guys, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
They're both
I've seen the other guys.
They're both great films,
Yeah.
actually. But it was at the end of it, the film is kind of centered around like corporate greed or whatever.
Okay.
But at the end of it, there's like a little the credit sequence actually. It's just like an animation of like all these events. It's the financial crash. And it's just talking about all the shit that went down and like all this, basically criminality happening in the financial sector. And I was like, whoa, that's a bit like random at the end of a comedy film. Like.
Yeah.
And you could see from then, like, The Big Short is an extension of like what he's sort of the ideas he touched on there.
Okay.
I don't know how we got talking about that.
Neither do I actually.
Catan film.
Catan. So they're making a film. I know the next time we have Sinker, remind me to bring this up because I know he plays Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, he might be able to
inform us as to how a film could be made. I mean, that's like trying to make a film out of fucking Munchkin.
You could though.
How?
I could imagine a film out of Munchkin.
I mean, I could imagine.
Just imagine a little warrior, you know.
Yeah, but like
traveling through the place and just random shit jumping out, you know.
Yeah, it would make a good film to those who like the game, but to anybody who just wants to go and see a film, like
that's it.
You know, you're not going to do so well.
I'm actually no. I've changed my mind. I think maybe Settlers of Catan could be a good film. Because Munchkin could be a good film.
No,
in the right
Munchkin
hands.
Could maybe in the right hands.
I don't know what Settlers is like, so
give Munchkin to Nolan. Let him do
you hear that, Hollywood? Give Nolan Munchkin
and let him do it,
or we will riot.
In like in splices, you know, like 7 days before he meets.
Or just do it like fucking Dunkirk. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like
for a film that made no sense. That was a fucking great film.
Phenomenal film. Yeah, I actually read a thing today on Reddit on the movies subreddit. It was like this year. One cinematographer. I've seen some cinema. He loves the cinema. Sorry, one cinematographer is gonna like get shafted at the Oscars because.
Such a phrase.
No, you've made that. You know, you've made that.
Yeah, I know.
That way.
I know.
People get shafted all the time. But because the guy who did Dunkirk. Or the guy who did Blade Runner. There's already 2 films that are just like phenomenally well.
What do you mean that one of them is just got to be better than disappointed? Like somebody has to lose. Essentially,
someone's going to lose there, and it's like those are 2 excellent films.
Yeah.
I personally want Blade Runner, but
I mean that was like Wolf of Wall Street going up against Dallas Buyers Club.
True.
I personally believe that DiCaprio deserved his Oscar there.
I don't know. It's strange. It's a funny
rather
one.
than The Revenant, but you know,
everyone says that.
Yeah.
Revenant isn't his greatest.
Revenant is DiCaprio's greatest physical performance.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think it was his greatest acting performance.
No, Wolf is probably it actually. Yeah. Wolf or
maybe because Wolf is just a more enjoyable film.
He's good.
Not an enjoyable film, but because it's it's more.
Do you know the thing is though about Wolf?
Lighthearted.
Yeah. It's a little zanier. He can do a little bit more and get away with a lot more.
Exactly. Whereas The Revenant, we're telling a story, it'd be quite strict.
I think like people who like judge these things, Oscar people probably were like going, well in this he had to restrain himself a lot.
Yeah,
he couldn't just go, because he could go batshit crazy in Wolf and like everyone's going like, oh that's amazing.
That's amazing, yeah.
But you had a lot more freedom there.
Yeah.
Kind of the same with Dallas Buyers Club where you were kind of like restricted to like
telling a story.
Fucking Matthew McConaughey can do weird shit himself. Like,
yeah.
But like,
of course, yeah.
He had to like,
he had to stay in the part,
so like, kind of like it's not something you can go like, oh, that is class.
But would you say that about Heath Ledger as the Joker?
See, that he could go crazy there.
He could go crazy, yeah.
And I could use his potential. Like I think he won that Oscar pretty much. Well, he did die as well.
Yeah.
So like there was kind of like a overwhelming sort of support for him,
Okay, yeah.
But like I think he won that Oscar because he changed the definition of that character.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
the Joker will never be seen, in my eyes, anyways, anything less than what that man did for him.
That's it, though. Like
you know.
But the other thing is, though, it's not like he's completely. It was completely different from Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Yeah, completely.
And it was different from like the Joker in the comics and the cartoons or whatever.
That's
so like he defined a role, and that's not easy done.
No. But
it's not easy done.
There's a little film discussion as well with you.
Yeah, man. The fucking film podcast was last week.
I know.
Go watch it.
We're good at this. Maybe we should just kind of segue into that.
Segue,
I think, is a place as well. No, Sego.
Sego, right now.
Home of the kickboxing hotel.
Kickboxing hotel. The Sego Hotel.
The Sego Hotel.
Sego.
Kickboxing. Just saying random words now.
We're done news, are we?
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
Have you
got
more?
No, I don't have any. God no, I don't have
We went off on a serious tangent there.
We did. Now we're bringing it right back. So D, I asked you during the week. We kind of talked a little bit about how we were gonna, manage our social media pages and stuff, and that got us talking a little bit about social media. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to.
We're very, very far apart on the couch, Chris.
Are we? I think it's because I'm sitting with my backside up against.
Dare you. There's like people are watching this and they're like, they're so cold.
Nah. Well, we could be right on top of each other, but you don't want to do that.
You don't want to see that again.
I offered.
What?
Okay, I'll move in a little bit, but I swear to God, if I cramp my
No, that feels like you're doing it because I said it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't
am.
feel natural.
I am. Yeah. So this is Xite Gaming's How to Crack Social Media 101.
101.
Yeah. First off, before we get into anything,
I don't know how to crack social media.
No, you do. You just don't know it yet.
I don't know it yet.
Tell me about what social media you use.
I use. I was gonna say Reddit, but I don't even know if it is social media. It's more of like a social forum where like people just post shit constantly at you. You know?
Yeah.
And you can comment back and talk to people, but like it's a little different. It's more like
it's just a forum more so than
it's
anything.
called the front page of the internet. It's kind of
like that.
You just find links to different shit.
Yeah.
It takes you everywhere. I use it the most out of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I like sort of whenever I'm bored, I'll scroll
That's where
through
you hang out.
Yeah. That's where I chill.
Okay.
That's what I do. Twitter.
Yeah.
But ever since we started this Xite Gaming,
and
we said let's make a Twitter account. I was like, I'll do that. I'll handle that. I logged into Xite Gaming.
Yeah.
I logged out of my own account.
Yeah.
I haven't logged back in since.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't remember my password. And I have no inclination to go work it out.
No. You're happy enough just to stick in the Xite Gaming.
I'll be Xite Gaming. And I don't even post that very often. The majority of the tweets are your Instagram posts.
I know.
That are retweeted automatically.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
So I'm in charge of Twitter.
Facebook?
I am not a Facebook guy.
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, any of those?
I can't do Snapchat because the internet's too bad where we are.
Yeah.
So whenever I get a Snapchat and I'm at home, I'm like, I could view that snap, but that would take minutes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be bothered.
I don't have minutes.
I don't have minutes to get. I do have minutes. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be doing anything else. It's just that I can't do anything else those minutes because the internet has stopped.
Yeah.
Loading a fucking picture.
If you want to stop the internet, come to our house and use Snapchat.
It's because Snapchat, when you open it, it starts loading all them stories. And you're like, no interest in that.
You see, I use Instagram. Instagram is my go-to. That is my number one. And it now has stories. Everything I think has stories.
Messenger now has stories as well.
But sorry, getting back to you don't use Snapchat. Instagram?
I made an Instagram page and I posted 3 pictures to it.
I've tagged you in quite a lot on Instagram. In pictures.
I don't get those.
Yeah, I know.
I probably do get those notifications.
You're going to go on someday and be tagging like 400 pictures and just be like, wow.
See, that's the thing about Instagram as well is like, I set up an Instagram page solely so that I could see our posts. The Xite Gaming posts. I added maybe like 20 people or 40 or 50 people. I don't get, there's not much on my feed.
No, okay.
And I haven't went about changing that. So again, I just sort of left that.
You could start following people.
I really should just put effort into it, but like I mean,
there are people that just use. I know people that even we follow and people follow us that only use their Instagram just for creeping purposes. You know, they'll literally just use it. They'll follow but won't. No, wait. They will follow but won't be followed. No.
They don't have many followers.
I'm not sure.
They're just followees.
I'm always confused about this. But yeah, I myself use my number one. So in order, it would go Instagram. Does YouTube count?
Again, it's kind of like what Reddit is. It's like there is a social element to it, but like you're really just like going through like lots of different content.
Okay, so we'll not count that then. I've only started using Reddit myself.
Yeah, you have actually.
And
I didn't even know you had.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm getting used to it. I'm unsure of the layout.
It's a weird layout.
You gotta like press like a post or something, then it like loads all like the comments and stuff, and you can press those and then load some more and stuff like that. I like it. It's well laid out. I'm just not used to it.
It's not pretty yet. They keep promising they're going to make it pretty.
But I mean, it's the front page of the internet, like you said. So how pretty?
The best thing actually is to go ahead and get an app.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Okay. Well, I use it. I like it now. But in terms of what I do use, Instagram, Facebook, I don't use Twitter. I've never used Snapchat. I made a Snapchat account and then closed it, or I think I don't even think I closed it. I think I just deleted it off my phone. I don't use it ever. I never will. Hate it. Snapchat brought in maps recently.
Snap Map.
Is that what
the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
That to me was just like too creepy.
But yeah,
it was just weird.
It was weird for me, right? And then I was like, no, hold on. Everyone has agreed to do this. Everyone who's on that have said, I'm grand with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, just fuck me. Like,
why?
Don't be giving away your position like that.
Exactly.
Not to sound like a fucking like a military procedure. You gave away your position, you idiot.
I know what you mean.
It's like, you know, like that's where you are and what you're doing is private for a reason. Like, you know, because people will use that. Like,
exactly.
I think there was reports and stuff about like people seeing, oh yeah, so and so, the whole family's at the pub.
Yeah.
So and so, they're all out for the day.
That
house is empty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there is an element, though. I mean, like the people who can see you on SnapMap are your friends.
That's kind of
how many fucking friends do people have?
Exactly. That's kind of leading into the next point. The power of social media nowadays. Yeah. It is phenomenal, both for good and evil.
That's it, though. Yeah.
Okay, so you have the good. I mean, there are people who have came from nothing to. Is there a camera then?
I don't know.
Do you want to check it?
I'll check the camera.
Okay, you check the camera. I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs. It can be used for both good and evil, as we've seen. So obviously, with good, like there are people who have literally went from nothing to owning everything they have now through social media. It can be, you know, rags to riches kind of stories, all through the power of particularly Facebook and Instagram. Yeah.
That's the Snapchat people now.
I'm sure the Snapchat people as well.
Snap Pay or something like that.
I mean, look at vlogging nowadays.
So big, like,
you know, it is massively big.
Speaking of which, make sure to check out our vlog on the internet.
If you can find it. No, people are literally, that's why I don't know if we're using YouTube as an example, but people are making money obviously off YouTube.
Yeah, big time, yeah.
But people are also making money off social media.
That's what I think it is kind of different, because YouTube is kind of like a platform where like the point is to make stuff people want to watch.
I mean, Instagrammers make money as well.
Yeah. But that's different though, because it's about like kind of, well, is it different? I don't know. It's about like, you know, networking all these people and getting them to follow you, and then when you have a following, you can go check out this watch made by
exactly. Yeah.
Rolex.
I read that is it Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian are the two highest, both tied at number one. They make an equivalent of 600,000 per post on Instagram. Per post.
Oh.
I think like
that's mad.
Cristiano Ronaldo makes something like 400,000 per post. You know, and he posts a lot.
He does.
A lot. Yeah. So not that like, you know, it's just like there's a post, there's 400,000.
You see,
but
Cristiano Ronaldo is kind of like, it's no with the Kardashians, it's the reverse of Cristiano Ronaldo, because he gets money for his posts because there's so many followers because he's famous.
Yeah.
Whereas they get money for they got famous because they could make money from their posts.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, and then you have the exact other spectrum of things where it can be used for absolute evil. Like, how many times have we seen, like you said there, you know, people, it's so easy to find someone nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, even I know people are listening to this going, oh no, it's not, you know, it's very easy. I turn off my my location, I'll turn off my Snap Map, and you know, but you can be found. Like, and that stuff, once it's on the internet, it never leaves the internet. No matter what you think, it's there somewhere.
It's not gonna be
you know, how many times have we seen bullying and harassment and all that kind of thing? Oh, like this is the evil side of social media.
That's it. Like, I mean, you put up a lot of information, and sometimes it's unknowing. Like, it genuinely is unknowing. I remember Messenger used to post your location.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it can be dangerous like that. And another sort of spectrum to it is that, like, you can manipulate social media. You know, like fake news and all this. Yeah. You know.
Oh, like 100%. You can literally take pretty much anything you want, and
if you have enough money, like
overnight it'll just it can be ran with.
It used to be like something would become viral, and now you can make something.
You can make something viral. Yeah, exactly. If you want.
I mean,
we've come a long way. You know, in terms of our social media compared to what we used to have. I remember we talked about this as well. Bebo was
what a fucking job.
Whenever we our first, my first social media experience, I think.
Oh yeah.
Bebo and MSN were the two back in the day. They were top dogs.
Bebo, you know, blog early, blog often. Bebo.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I remember that.
Is that? That's what Bebo stands for.
BEBO, blog early, blog often.
Oh my god, no, I don't.
It wasn't social media. It was a blog page. It was like kind of what Tumblr is today.
Oh,
you just put up your little
MySpace, like that there.
Kind of like your little, like your own little page, your own web page, your own blog. But it was used for social media. Like you can connect and you had your like other half, and you could give people love.
You had your other half. I forgot. I think you were probably my other half.
Yeah, right. No, we were each other's other half, and still are.
Of course. But yeah, you could share the love. Now that was a big thing when we were in school.
That was the like button.
That was
before there was a like button.
I think that was more than the like button. I think sharing the love was more powerful than the like button.
The thing about sharing the love was you only got a certain amount.
Exactly. You see,
per day.
I scroll through Facebook and I scroll through Instagram, and I am like that
links.
meme of machine gun,
like,
you know, I'm like that all the time. Whereas when you could only share the love 3 times daily, you know, you had to. There was a lot of scientific data had to be processed beforehand. I mean, you shit day at school, and someone takes you off the wrong way. You know, you're not getting no love.
No,
you're not getting no love, and it had to be. It was meticulously thought. Come to think of it, it's a wonder I didn't excel at Bebo back in the day. You know?
But the thing is, as well, I remember with Bebo, and for me anyway, I don't know about with you, it was dial-up internet.
100%. Yeah. But it worked.
Oh, it worked.
It worked the best.
You know, Bebo was low. You know, it was low.
It didn't require much. To run it. Yeah, of course.
And but it was like if you wanted to go and like do social media back then, it was like. Everyone off the phone.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm on the internet for 15 minutes.
Is everybody off? Are we ready for this, family? Yeah. I am going to use the internet.
I'm connecting worldwide. It was more like all them fucking noises. But
yeah, I remember that too.
But and MSN as well.
MSN, yeah. I remember us using MSN.
I only had about a fucking handful of people to talk to on MSN.
That's very true as well. Then there were people with lists. Like
MSN was the shit.
I only used MSN as like because back in the day you could only. I say back in the day. I sound so old when I say that. But back when we were like 10 years growing up,
it's 10 years ago.
Is it?
It's 10 years ago. Well, what? We're 23 now.
Oh yeah, true.
13. That's about the age
10 years ago.
that.
10, 15 years ago.
10, 20 years ago, whatever. So
but no, it is, yeah.
3-year-olds.
Back, back whenever we were at high school, you know, the earlier portion of high school, we only would have had, you sent text messages. And before, I remember it was you topped up with your credit.
Oh, yeah.
You had your credit. You had to make that do.
Yeah.
Now, free messages then came in, and that fucking blew my mind.
That changed everything. That was O2.
Free messages?
It was like O2. This is free. Top up a tenner, and you get free O2 to O2 messages.
O2.
So if your friends weren't on O2, you didn't talk to your friends.
I was an orange. So I didn't get that shit. But
but you switched to O2 because
I switched to O2.
That's the plan you're on today.
Yeah. I know. Now I'm
not for lack of trying to switch, but you're still on that.
I think at one point I might have been on Vodafone as well. Actually, I'm not sure.
Vodafone. I remember I used to be like I couldn't go to any other network. I couldn't switch from O2 because all of my friends were on O2. Yeah. And if I switched, I'd have to pay to text them, which is not on.
I think I went to Vodafone because. What was it? No, I don't even know why. I probably just bought a phone back then. It was just like, this is a Vodafone phone, and that's it.
There you go.
Yeah. But no, back in the day when you either had to send messages that cost you money or you could use MSN. I was going to use MSN.
Exactly. It all changed whenever smartphones came in with like Messenger and WhatsApp and all those sort of.
And it's like it's even like now.
Sorry, I forgot about one. I was talking about this today actually.
Yeah.
We basically all of us owned one of these.
A BlackBerry.
For the use of
BBM.
Now
BBM was an absolute breakthrough in science.
It changed the world.
It changed everything. It was like what we have. Like we have WhatsApp now.
Yeah.
And there's Viber and there's all those different free messaging
Messenger and everything.
Messenger. Yeah. Before that, there was BBM or you could text. I think
pretty much, yeah. Because BlackBerries were the first phones to use sort of like the internet on the phone, like properly. Like
you had Messenger as well back then. It just wasn't as.
But Facebook. It was Facebook chat, and you log on to Facebook.
Yeah,
and use
it,
of
course, yeah.
You know.
And a BBM came along. It blew my mind.
It changed the game.
I obviously purposely bought one for BBM. Yeah. Now I remember.
That's today.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You had a top up and. It worked. Yeah, I remember it worked. You had GPRS and you had Edge.
Yeah,
Edge was like the southern signal, if you like.
I think no, Edge was like this.
Edge was like roaming, was it?
Edge was like just a little bit better or a little bit worse than GPRS.
I think it was a little bit worse.
Yeah, it was then. GPRS was like,
but it charged you for Edge, didn't it? And GPRS was free because
it's probably, you know what it is? Because where we live,
yeah, that's what
the south give us Edge, and then the north give us GPRS. So if you're in the south, they charged you.
That's what it was, because I was charged for that. But
roaming,
obviously, because it used so little data,
it was
you could pretty much run the guts of a month with your £10, and
but that's it. I remember,
and you could ping. You remember pinging?
Oh, that's what we were talking about today. It was like. Today you get a message on your phone that's like, oh, actually look, here's fucking proof of it there now. There's a message from you, saying just like Roger that.
I
said Roger that, and that's sitting unread on my phone because I see it there. I'm not going to read that.
Nah.
But like, there's other messages that come in and it's like, hey, are you going to so and so tonight? And you're like, just leave that there. I'll respond to that later.
Yeah,
couldn't do that with BBM.
No, because if I sent you a message and I'd seen you had read it,
and
it was delivered.
It wasn't even if I'd read it. It was just like 2 minutes had passed.
2 minutes passed. You hadn't read it. I was pinging your ass, bitch.
Your phone starts vibrating. What?
I'm gonna retract what I just said.
What you said? Oh man, we're editing this. That's gonna be replayed 3, 4, 5 times.
I was pinging your ass, bitch. Pinging your ass, bitch.
Pinging your ass, bitch.
What did you say?
I said I was pinging.
You see you pinging my ass? You have a filthy mind, Christopher Cal.
I'm sorry. It's just all this. It's all this bibbing, BBMing, sorry.
BBMing.
But yeah, no, Blackberries were the absolute breakthrough. Now we had the Blackberry 5,
the curve,
20, the curve, whatever the hell it was. And I actually bought Ashling like the next one up, and I always wanted that model. And then you had another model that came out after that,
the Bold.
And I think
the Bold was the expensive one. It was the fancy.
Did Murray have it?
I don't know who you're referring to, but yes,
our good friend.
Possibly. I actually don't know if he had it or not.
I think he had a different. There was curve, and then there was like the next model from it was slightly different. It had like more of like a trim around the outside,
like a boulder. Yeah, no, it was the Bold. It was the Bold.
Yeah. I think my brother got that one as well.
Yeah, it was more expensive. It was a little bit better. The curve was like the entry one.
You could give out your BBM pin, isn't that what it was?
Yeah, it was a pin.
Oh my god.
BBM's still running. You can get it on your Android phone now.
Can you?
You can, yeah. But obviously everyone uses it's too late. It's too little too late.
Yeah.
Because BBM was exclusive to BlackBerry, which was great for them.
Yeah.
Because it was the only sort of messaging service available like that.
Yeah.
And then iPhone came out, and then a couple of Androids came out, and WhatsApp happened, and Viber happened, and Facebook put Messenger as an app. Yeah. And people were like, it's pretty cheap to just get, data on your phone. Yeah. And it was like, BBM, you
we come a long way, man. Because I remember I picked up a BlackBerry in your house one day. There was one like sitting
there, yeah.
And like that thing is so bloody small. Like I could never go back to it. And the buttons were that small that if my giant thumb started to press them, I'd be pressing keys.
No way, you wouldn't. Because I remember back then, the first time I got it, it was like, because we were used to the 3,
button.
Yeah, it was like just the standard numpad with like letters assigned. You had to like hit fucking, it was at 7 4 times to get S.
Yeah.
But anyway, then we got these tiny little buttons on a keypad, and you're like, this is fucking stupid. You're never going to be able to use those. Man, after about a month, you were adept at them.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, you could just type.
You were like, in your pocket, no bother, you'd just be sitting there talking to you. Yeah,
I guess it's like just using the keyboard on a laptop.
That's it. It's because you've got that feedback. You can feel, as you can go along the buttons, which one you're on. Whereas now with these phones, it's all touch, and it's like, you can hit. I always fuck up when I'm typing on them.
Yeah.
But I never fucked up
whenever you could actually
on a
feel
BlackBerry. Physical keyboard, like, is the shit.
Getting back, so obviously
social media.
We had BBM and Bebo. But I remember only ever really using Bebo for like taking stupid quizzes, and I think my profile picture I told you was a dog at one point. I first seen the animated like short on it. It was I like rusty spoons. What is that? What do you call salad fingers?
Salad fingers. Yeah.
That
like rusty spoon.
Yeah, that creeped me out.
That's weird shit. Like early years.
And like a music
YouTube
video called I think it was called "My Hands Are Bananas." It was like the 2 German guys who had strapped a load of bananas to their hands and sang about it.
This is the shit that was big back then.
Yeah, and then YouTube was still very small at that point.
Yeah, YouTube was very new then. I think my Bebo picture was Peter Griffin.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was Peter Griffin sticking his tongue out and into a fan.
Oh yes,
and that is still my Microsoft account picture. Yeah. If I was to lock the computer now,
it would be there.
This is the picture you would see.
I had just had a picture of a sleeping dog.
That's nice.
The dog used to live at this house.
You would never put a picture of yourself up.
No,
Because back then it was like
that was it. Like people, that was like the first kind of interface where people could post pictures of themselves and of whatever.
It didn't really happen. Not in Bebo. It was Facebook.
It was rare. Facebook came along then, and it game changer then. But again, at the start, all I ever used Facebook for was quizzes, and now I loathe seeing anything like that. All my Facebook feed is
fucking game
for a while there, about a year or two ago, all it was requests for people to play games and to earn like fucking ruples and all that kind of shit. And I was like, go away, please leave me alone. Like requests for every game under the sun. I was like, I don't want to play Crimson Case and all this kind of shit.
What a great game!
I know, extraordinary game. I'll happily take a good evening of Crimson Case over PS4 any day, dude.
I was about to say Crimson Case. Facebook. It evolved pretty dramatically as well from what it was.
Speaking of Facebook, do you know it's been 7 years from the social media or social network movie came out?
7 years.
7 years.
I didn't even think fucking Facebook was about 7 years.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, isn't it?
That is pretty crazy.
But Facebook has adapted a lot, but it seems to be the late runner now in terms of because these. What annoys me so much about social media is they're updating all the time now.
Yeah, they're constantly changing.
To me, it always feels like Facebook are the last to do it.
I mean, see, that's the thing with Facebook. They're so big now that they can kind of just wait to see what's popular and then buy it.
Yeah.
They offered like Snapchat, like what, 1 billion or something like that.
Do Facebook own Snapchat?
No.
Do Facebook own Instagram?
Yep.
Yeah. And Snapchat is owned. It's separate. It's
completely separate.
And Twitter's completely separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because Facebook tried to buy Snapchat.
Yeah.
And didn't. And then Instagram, they did buy.
Yeah.
And shortly after Snapchat stories happened,
Instagram stories.
And then Messenger stories.
I love Instagram though. I literally couldn't I adore it. I just think it's just the best.
Instagram's pretty good.
I love seeing
definitely prefer it to Facebook now.
I think wholeheartly love Instagram.
Yeah.
And see now that Instagram have introduced those polls. I'm sorry if our story is polluted with polls, but
you love polls.
I love it. I just love people asking quick random questions, and I have to quickly decide within like the 3-second timer, yes or no.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
See, I do not use Instagram.
Yeah. Go on and use some of our polls. I'll put up a poll.
I could put a poll up on Twitter. So fuck you,
dude. Put a poll up on Twitter.
I'll put a poll up on Twitter.
Yeah, sure. Do you like Twitter?
Have you do you plan on using Twitter?
So I think there are some do's and don'ts. Okay, so this is pretty much our time where we want to crack. We'll timestamp this piece of information right here. This is the Xite Gaming.
This is how you do it.
Do's and don'ts of social media 2017.
It'll change next year.
2017-2018 year.
I know what I have to do on one of these bitches.
Okay. So do you want to, is that okay?
I think that's okay.
I mean, we don't know.
I mean, if you look behind the big banner,
my hand is still moving.
If you look behind the big banner in the middle, the timer is still ticking.
Yeah.
So we're good.
That's fine.
We're not having camera problems. Okay. We never have camera problems.
Do use social media as a form of communication.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want to. Yeah, that's the whole point, is to connect with people.
Use it use it for its purpose, for social media. Use it to
post
keep up
to
date. Use it for having your creep or whatever you want to do. But now wait, because that's also going to fall into the don't.
Just check yourself there, Chris, before you.
I don't know how else to put it. I don't want to say stalk, because that's a stalk is a word that's thrown around nowadays. It's not.
It doesn't mean what it used to.
And again, this is the other one that should be a positive side of social media, but it's not. Do meet new people.
True. Because you don't meet new people very often on social media. You just connect with the people you've met in real life,
or the people that you do.
Is that better or worse?
I don't know.
Because you do. Maybe you do. You probably, a lot of people will just add people. Friend me, I'll friend you back.
Yeah.
Follow me. Our Twitter is like that. I just follow randomers and they follow me back.
Yeah. I mean, don't personal information.
I mean, like Facebook, you basically put up your whole life on Facebook.
Hold back your fucking mobile.
Do you know where it says I work?
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Tea and biscuits.
Do you know where it says I live on Facebook?
Cootehill,
County Cavan.
Yeah.
I don't live anywhere near Cootehill, County Cavan.
You might.
I might. You don't know that.
A lot of people nowadays, it's seen more and more often, are changing their names, obviously, to the Gaelic tongue.
To the Irish, yeah.
Or spelling their name backwards,
Stuff like that.
But I'm sure.
Do you know why that is, though? What I heard.
What I heard as well, see if it's the same, is it to do with employers trying to find you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure employers are wise to this. Surely they can.
I know, but I mean, like, spelling your name in Irish can be pretty different, like.
True.
I mean, could you spell my name in Irish?
No.
You see, like, yeah.
Seamus O'Donoghue or some shit. No.
Well,
no?
yeah, Seamus, like,
Seamus,
but like the second part is fucking like McGullough.
Oh,
yeah, you know, like it's
okay,
random, like,
yeah. I was never gonna
McGullough
find
Dummy.
you, but that's what I mean.
That's why I like that. That's why I would do it. But my name in Irish is Dort.
Yeah.
Seamus, like Seamus.
Just
I
absolutely.
sound like I'm 90 years old. Seamus, what's the crack, Seamus?
Why you adding an old man? But yeah. Do use it. Or sorry, don't put your personal phone numbers. I don't think you need to include your
Messenger
phone number
does this
in your
now.
bio.
Messenger goes like, can we check your contacts and see
No.
if any of your friends are on Messenger?
Yeah, I
And
also
you're like, I wouldn't do that.
Not now. Not now. Not now.
Not-
Update later. Not now. You know.
But like,
Yeah, there's no call for your number to be up because, and I'm, there's no easy way to put this. Dick pics.
unsolicited
They're
dick pics.
gonna happen.
Right enough,
They're
actually,
gonna
yeah.
happen. We have seen it time and time again.
Half the messages we get at Xite Gaming are a picture of a dick.
I knew that was coming. But no, I don't mean us personally, and I don't obviously mean people. Well,
That's just one of the
some
many.
people.
I mean,
are-
a dick pic isn't the worst thing that could happen, though.
No,
I mean, someone could just go like find out your phone number and then fucking like basically stalk you. And
that's
fuck up
very
your
true.
life.
I bet you wish you fucking got a dick pic. now.
Aye.
Yeah. And speaking of which, it's not just dick pics. There's
And can we just defend dick pics here for a second?
yeah, because it's not. It's
No.
not just the meal side of things here.
Oh no,
Well, I don't think so. We had this
Unsolicited
conversation one day.
booby shots.
I mean, sure.
What would you call it? Like dick pic is so
Tit pic?
tit pic.
Tit
Oh, yeah,
pic.
that works. Yeah.
Tit dick, yeah.
Tit pic.
But I'm sure there's tit pics going about there. as well.
Probably. Like,
But
yeah.
I mean, do females react the same way to pictures that
No.
males do,
I don't think. I think if
or vice versa?
if I received an unsolicited tit pic,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'd be like super happy about the idea.
Yeah.
It's like, like
Yeah,
who
of
the
course.
what the
Yeah,
fuck?
who? Yeah, yeah.
But you'd be kind of like, that was so rare.
it's
It would seem
like gold dust.
It's like gold dust. It's like
I'm gonna hide it in a
It's 'cause you-
special folder.
because you never hear of it, but I'd imagine dick pics are fucking like rampant. And so we've got a dick pic
Such a word.
epidemic here.
No,
Rampant. The fuck are we? Why are we focusing so much on dick pics, Chris?
because just look at we use the power of social media, of our podcast, to get our views across. This is something that came up not too long ago. Me and you had a quite
We did.
in-depth
We did
discussion
in-depth
about
discussion
this.
about-
Do females react the same way to dick pics as males would react to tit pics? I don't know.
I don't
Some
think.
males are quite sensitive.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure, yeah. I mean, you're not going to feel great about it, I don't think.
No, I don't think you're gonna feel great about it.
You're going to be kind of like, why do you think you can just do that? But then I imagine other people will be like, holy shit, pair of
But
tits.
secondly, the overall arching point of this whole thing, I'm sorry, but you have absolutely zero right.
No.
What
What makes you think it's a good idea?
exactly.
Like,
There's
it's
no part of you, unless under some bizarre reason, she may ask you for a
That's the
picture of your
only time
genitalia.
it's okay.
That is the only time of course it's okay for you to send a picture of your private swimming area.
pretty much like. to
Otherwise,
anybody.
it is not a good idea to first meet this person. Okay, we talked a little last night. Things are going well. I gotta get my junk out. Gotta snap a couple of shots in this life. She's gotta get them. She's gotta love them.
I think a good rule of thumb is don't send dick pics.
Yeah, exactly.
Exceptions apply, but
This is another exception as well. No, actually, no.
we're still on dick pics. It's rolling over to 5 minutes now. We're still.
We will move on from that. This is something that I wanted to bring up for a long time, D.
Yeah.
Something that fucking grinds my gears on social media. And I think I was going to say this to you one other time, but I said I'm going to save it for the podcast.
Right.
So, I'm seeing it more and more often now, and I'm not sure if people are getting.
It's dick pics again.
I'm not sure. We're titling this episode "The Dick Pic."
We're fucking not.
Clickbait.
Do you hear about this whole thing on YouTube? It's like if your content is not ad friendly.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Okay, we can't put ads on it anyway. But
Okay, yeah.
the dick pic would not look well.
This is what's really fucking annoying me. Okay, so and I'm seeing it more and more often. I don't know if people are becoming more and more stupid, and I'm sorry, but it is just plain stupidity.
It's a
And
possibility.
it's not just me that it's winding up, because I'm sure people are listening to this now going, yes. Okay. If you want to know a certain time somewhere closes, if you want to know if a certain shop sells a certain product. If you're looking to know fucking recommendations, okay? Do not use the internet to post your question to Facebook, to Instagram, to anywhere. Google the fucking shop. Too many times am I seeing on Facebook, what time does X place close?
4 o'clock.
You know what I mean? Clearly you have a means of fucking internet.
This is your pet peeve, Chris.
Oh, I despise this.
I am going to ask all kinds of questions tonight.
This and one other, but this one in particular, I hate it. Dude. I cannot stand it. You know, like I can't think of another example. Where can I get cheap oil?
Cheap oil.
Cheap oil. Just fucking Google like the oil services near you and see. You know, if you're looking, there's a difference if you're looking for like a recommendation, because Facebook does that now, where it's like such and such is looking for a recommendation.
What?
Yeah, it's like you can put up like your little thingy, or you can come up like that. Looking for recommendations, and you can ask like a certain question.
Surely those people are just going to get trolled.
Exactly. But I mean, you can do that now. And if it's a decent recommendation, that's A-okay. But if it's something like that, what time does such a place close at? Google it. That's what it's there for. You know
right
what I mean?
enough. Google you just type in the name of the shop, and Google's like, yeah, open from now to now. This is when it's busiest.
Exactly. Like, there is no by the time that you have to wait on a reply. Like, what are you actually going to sit and wait on a fucking reply on Facebook? You know, what time does I don't know Centra open at?
It's like it's 4 o'clock, and you think the place might close at 5, but you want to be sure.
Exactly.
You post on Facebook. You wait 3 hours, and then someone confirms you. Yeah, no, it closed at 5.
My blood boils every time I see it. And instead of me just like unfriending the people that do it time and time again, I like to get myself riled up with these people, because I vent in my house a lot when it happens. The second thing,
that's excellent,
is people who relay, and it's in particular whenever big sporting events are on. People who actually there's another one. People who relay information from a sporting event, like a minute by minute of what the fuck is happening.
Now hold on it. Because I like that for GAA.
No, it's different. It's different when it's like it's different when it's like out there. But see, whenever all you're getting is someone else's opinions on it, which kind of leads me into this. If it's like
the Champions League final.
Yeah.
And you're giving a fucking play-by-play on it.
Yeah.
Whenever
that's what play-by-play, but in your own biased opinion. That kind of way.
Yeah,
do you know that kind of way?
Oh, I do.
Do you know what I mean
now?
It's not like you know. First half 10 minutes, you know, goal, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
I can understand if someone just wanted to do that. That's okay.
It's like someone just saying how they feel about this game.
Oh my!
Every 5 minutes.
But it's every big sporting event across the globe. This seems to happen. Which kind of leads me into the next point. See, this is the biggest one. D. See, bandwagoners. Like, I don't even know how to put this. Okay, but okay. So hurricane's coming up. Everyone's a fucking weatherman.
Meteorologist all of a sudden.
The biggest point in question here was Donald Trump's election, or the election, whatever. Everybody we went to school with, and everybody in years above and below me were suddenly an expert on American politics.
It's true.
Overnight.
It's true.
And I've never wanted to smash my phone.
Really?
In like so bad, and like so many times, like. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about it now. I'm getting so fucking worked up, man. I hate it so bad. Bandwagon. It's same with the election comes to Ireland. And I get you have your views. Have your views. And just
an election.
An election comes to, the
yearly
election.
I don't think it's too bad if it's in the country you're in. Like,
if it's in the country you're in, absolutely. You have your thoughts on, I don't know, SDLP or fucking Sinn Féin or DUP, whoever you have your opinions on. Give it, okay? But give it once.
That's a fair point. Like, yeah.
Every day, you do not need to tell us how you feel about a fucking DUP or I don't know.
And they do. And the reason they do, right? And this is a fucking thing that's come particularly in Facebook and actually all social media and even Reddit, which I like sort of would consider kind of to be like unbiased because there's so many different opinions going in. But it's a thing in all of this here. It's an echo chamber.
An echo chamber.
So you're yapping on about whatever political party or whatever political affiliation you have, and you're like shouting it out, and you're like, I think this, and I think these people are stupid because they don't agree with me. Yeah. And then your posts are kind of like filtered to people, like like Facebook will recommend shit to you, based on your interest, whatever, and they track everything you fucking like, and they know what you build a profile on you, and they'll go like, okay, this person kind of likes the same political affiliation as you. so we're going to show them more of your posts.
Yeah.
And then that person sees your post and goes, fair play to them, big thumbs up.
Yeah.
And then you get that
that kind of high off it.
You're kind of like, yeah.
Oh my God, you know.
That confirms I'm right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then
confirmation.
And then they post something like that, and you like them back. And then this sort of happens again.
It's an echo chamber.
And then all these people are sitting agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Fuck, we're great."
Yeah, exactly.
And the exact same thing is happening on the other side.
Yeah.
And everyone's arguing to nobody.
Man,
and all their friends are patting them on the back.
I literally cannot stand it. And it happens so rife when the whole Brexit election came about. Everybody knew what was right for the country, and everybody suddenly became fucking economic experts and fucking politicians overnight, and everybody knew how this was going to play. Like, the politicians didn't know how it was going to play out, but fucking
the politicians had no fucking clue.
People we went to school with knew exactly how it was going to go. You know, they knew.
You just don't I think you don't like politics full stop.
I don't have anything wrong with politics.
Yeah.
I would just enjoy politics a lot more if I wasn't getting the fucking opinions of everybody. You know, when big events come up, why am I not hearing every single day now? Like, you know, when there's no election coming up, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, it just sort of, it all ramps up.
People like that. I do have people in my feed like that who do, you know, on, you know, weekly or, you know, every couple of days they give an opinion, and you're like, fair enough. This person's very into their politics. That's what they want to post. That's A-okay. Do that on social media. That's fine. But see, whenever they wait until like the day and hour of election, or the day before, or the day after, and then they express their opinions.
This is why I'm right.
Exactly. No, you can fuck right off, sir. No, absolutely not. I'm not having that.
Right enough. Like, I mean, I get it. I get the same. I'm the same as yourself. Like, if you want to have an opinion about it and you think you know what you're talking about, like, fair fucks to you. Yeah. Go on, yap
social
about
media
it.
Is open
like,
to everybody. Like, yeah,
that's it. But that's the problem as well. It's open to everybody, and there'll be a bunch of absolute spas.
Don't get me wrong, D, because if it weren't for those spas, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, that's it. Right
now.
And people like that too. People like the bit of fucking the stupidity of it.
Exactly.
Like, look at this Egypt.
Those are my absolute don'ts for social media. Just follow those and you'll be A-okay. So no personal info, no dick pics, no ranting on about
just no ranting. Full stop.
Oh, sorry. Here's one other one. I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen this quite a bit. And it is predominantly females.
Yeah.
Okay, that do this. Now, I'm not sure if males do this, but a female will put up a post like, "OMG, so fucking mad, grr, and then someone will comment under it, "You okay, chick? PM me." Why didn't you fucking PM her in the first place?
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Go and text her.
Don't even worry about the PM. You know, I get it. This person puts up like a provocative post like that.
Exactly.
I am pissed about something.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't specify what it is.
So pissed off.
And they're just waiting for people to like respond.
Oh my God, are you okay? Is everything okay?
And then I'll private message you. But you're doing this in a public forum, so everyone can see the fact that you want to talk to someone privately.
I am so.
It's I think men definitely do it.
Do they?
But they don't do it the same way. They kind of do like, you know, like, oh, fucking such and such is complete bullshit. Like, and then they want someone to publicly reply. It won't be the private message thing, but they'll do the same thing where they'll bait somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I didn't mean that it was just females. I just meant that predominantly I see.
No. I'm just saying. I've seen in my time. I've seen plenty of fellas who do the same thing. But yeah, it's funny though with women. On Facebook anyway. I don't know about other things, but it's just kind of like, oh, fucking shit.
The biggest one is some people, spelled
SUMPPL.
SUMPPL.
Do you know what? I think we're getting this though from our high school days, because that has just brought me right back.
Some people,
you know, like,
and it's just like, OMG, what happened? You okay? Yeah, text you now. It's like, why didn't you just fucking text me? The thing is though,
it's like the drama isn't. There's not enough time in a fucking day for drama. So whenever you go home at night, you got to get it up on the fucking.
You got to get it up on the Facebook, is right.
People love their drama, like. I cannot stand it.
Don't get me wrong. I love drama. It entertains me. Like, I've seen and witnessed a couple of domestics going on Facebook. You know, people that I don't really know, but I know them kind of to see or whatever. And like, they're having a full on spat, and I'm like, this is providing excellent entertainment tonight.
See, I would kind of, I definitely can appreciate whenever there's a bit of
comments are nothing but trolling nowadays anyway for big things. So I enjoy reading some comments. People get ripped apart in the comments.
When you can watch it from afar.
Exactly.
But a lot of people like to drag you in by.
Yeah.
And that's why I just despise it when they're like, some people.
Yeah.
Some people.
So I think we'll actually put up an Xite Gaming post of some people, and we'll see what kind of
what response we get. But
you
that's
okay,
it.
You
like,
okay, chick?
They want to drag people into their drama. They're like, they want people to reply going, oh, I'll PM you.
I'm like,
I'll get on your side, or
I
I'll argue with you.
despise drama. Like, I hate it. I obviously like watching it on social media. And, you know,
it can be entertaining.
I like it in TV and movies, but in my own life, that can stay the hell away.
Aye, that's it.
But the do's and don'ts of
that actually is a big one on social media, is just fucking drama.
Unnecessary. You know what the worst thing is? And obviously, you know, we've come through high school and it's like we're very matured elders now, like, but it is true that the shit that goes on in high school days, it does seem like that is the be all and end all at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, whenever I'm seeing like, you know, brothers and sisters come up through school and they're having like X, Y, and Z problems, and you're like, you know, that to them is the end of the world. But to me, I'm kind of just looking at them going like, you know,
you don't even know.
It's not that you don't even know. It's just like, you know, don't stress about this kind of shit.
You can't tell them that.
Exactly.
You say that to them and they're like, oh yeah, whatever.
Exactly, because I remember people telling us this kind of stuff whenever we were stressing about exams and stuff. And it's like, it's not the end of the world. You're like, no, you don't understand. I have to do this and I have to do this. It's, you know, I understand that people won't, or younger people, you know, can't accept that it's not the be all and end all, but it's not.
And you do say it, and it's just like the people said to you.
Exactly.
And you're like, I say that, but I probably
please do not stress about
try your absolute best.
Absolutely.
Oh, I read something interesting again on Reddit today. It's called the 10-10-10 rule.
Okay.
It's like, think about something that's stressing you out and think about, will it matter in 10 minutes? Will it matter in 10 days? Or will it matter in 10 years?
Brilliant.
So it might matter in 10 minutes, probably won't matter in 10 days, won't matter in 10 years.
Brilliant.
Think about it that way, you know?
Yeah.
So like next time you're stressed about something.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. That is a lovely way to wrap up our social media segment.
There you have it.
Of this podcast. Before we actually finish up, do you have any... Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do now.
Go on, tell me, Chris.
If you enjoyed this podcast and you are watching the video version on YouTube, remember you can find the audio version where you can take us on the go with you, be it on the bus.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say like the platforms and so on, be it Stitcher or iTunes, just like be it on the
I was just going to say like, you know, be it on the bus, be it on the train,
somewhere unusual.
In transport, in the bath.
In the bath?
I listened to a podcast the other night in the bath.
Did you?
That's what I meant to say. I had a bath. I was that stressed and sore from work and tired and sore and achy. I had my first bath in like from I think March time.
Fantastic. Was it good?
It was okay. I think I've grown too big for my bath.
We need a bigger bath.
We need a bigger
bath.
We. It's not that I've grown. I don't, you know, I was enjoying listening to the podcast and stuff, but, well, I'm open to it.
We're going to need a real big bath. Do you know what would be cool, hey? Completely unrelated now. We have once again went off on a
big bubble bath.
No.
Together.
A fucking, I'd like to get a hot tub.
A podcast in the bath.
I'd like to get a hot tub. Or what do you call it? A jacuzzi.
Man, you know what?
Do you know one of them? No, that was the plan. That was the fucking plan. Was it talking about the stupid fucking plan I had to do over the summer?
Build a hot tub?
Pretty much. We're gonna get like pallets and put them in like a big circle. You know, set up and then get a big sheet of polythene.
Brilliant.
Set it in the middle
and
then wrap a big you know them fucking real thick
cords, like the big.
No. What do you call them? They go around the back of lorries and stuff.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What the fuck are they called?
They're like
straps, big straps.
Yeah, okay.
Really thick straps. They hold like a couple.
I was going to call them braces. I don't think.
Yeah. You have a little thing that braces them.
Yeah.
Wrap one of those around the sides of the plastic won't slip.
Yeah.
And fill it up with water.
Yeah.
And you can also make a little coil copper pipe and wrap it around like a fire.
Yeah.
And it'll hit the water. That was going to be the big plan this summer. That didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
But that will happen.
I have spoken many times to both my family and girlfriend about possibly purchasing a hot tub. Everybody always laughs at me.
It's a brilliant idea, Chris.
I think it's a phenomenal idea. I can't think of anything. Now, you see, I couldn't spend much time in a bath because, you know, I'm just kind of sitting there and it's like, oh, this is okay. I might actually purchase like a bubble kind of jacuzzi hot tub kind of thing. I think I'll put it down to a gym expense where I need it to soothe my aching muscles.
My ones, but they got a gym membership and they use the gym a right bit. To be fair, they do a lot of swimming and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically always like, we'll go over this evening. We'll have a nice wee chill in the jacuzzi.
Over Monaghan? Within the Four Seasons?
Fuck, I don't know.
Hillgrove?
Could well be.
Four Seasons pool.
I think it was
fantastic.
Hillgrove.
I've never been to the Hillgrove pool.
Four Seasons. There's one in Laney as well, isn't there?
There is in the Glencairn.
Glencairn.
I used to go to that pool when I was younger.
Was the plunge pool in there?
I love the plunge
pool. We're off. Sorry.
we are.
Okay, I just want to mention one thing with the plunge pool.
Yeah.
Because it's like super cold or whatever.
Yeah.
In Budapest we did the baths there.
Oh.
And we went from the 26 degree one.
Yeah.
The one that's hot enough to start a hurricane. Apparently.
Not that it's hot. I understand.
We were in one of those like really hot pools and we got up and we went into the sauna then.
Yeah.
And we fucking steamed ourselves. Completely out of it. Could barely breathe.
Yeah.
And then we went into the fucking 17 degree water.
Beautiful.
And it was no.
17
17 degree water sounds fairly warm.
No. Cold?
Freezing, by.
No way.
Jesus Christ. It's a plunge pool temperature.
Holy shit.
And we just... Maybe it was like 11 degrees.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
That sounds pretty impressive.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know why I wanted to mention that. I just did.
I don't know either. But getting back to it, you can take us with you
How did we get that far off topic?
Take us with you to the pool if you want. Take us anywhere. What we're trying to say is if you want to find us on iTunes, iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud on a 5-weekly basis, you can take us with you on the go. Otherwise, check out the video version on YouTube where you can see what we get up to on set and check out a couple of our other videos. Do comment. We cannot stress how much we'd love you to comment.
Yeah.
Just to get in touch with us and start building our community.
That's one of the do's of social media.
Yeah,
comment on our videos.
Absolutely. And thank you so much to everybody, especially for the latest podcast that went up before this one.
The film one.
Yeah, the film one that did get in touch about that, and comments and all that kind of stuff. It's been the response has been overwhelming.
It's been, and I don't want to exaggerate here, but I think the response has been super.
It has been super.
Yep.
There you go. Excellent. Do you have any closing thoughts, then, D, before we wrap up this podcast?
I normally do.
Anything else you want to add
this
to the
occasion,
podcast?
I don't think I want
to add anything else. Let me think quickly. What else you got to get up to this week?
What am I getting up to this week?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah.
I am going to try and get... Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about with Shadow of War.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Is it? Yeah.
And I had a frustrating experience, and you're going to see that in my Let's Play video that goes up hopefully this weekend or next week.
Brilliant.
Very frustrating, and I literally screamed fucking bloody murder, and I'm getting worked up now. And I might bleep out all the cursing, I might leave it in.
Do not. We'll have an explicit Shadow of War gameplay video coming by the end of this week.
Oh, pish.
And our camera is just about to die. I think it is just dead.
It is dead.
So that just about wraps up this podcast, guys. Thank you for being a part of it. We'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.